.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
No one's got you covered, Braves country, the way that myself and my partner Nick Cellini do, starting 11 o'clock on 680 The Fan, the 680 The Fan app. Braves baseball every day this year with 680 The Fan.
Back in the Bronx, game number 1 in this 3-game series, Braves and the Yankees. And right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Under the lights here in New York, want to remind you that Prize Picks is the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code BRAVES for a first deposit match up to $100. Time now for the starting lineups. We'll start off with the visiting Braves. Braves, of course, managed by Brian Snitker. Atlanta has won 3 straight. Coming into the action tonight, 10 games over 500 at 41 wins versus 31 losses. And the Braves are in second place of the division, 7 games back of division-leading Philadelphia. Leading it off for the Braves tonight, center fielder Jared Kelenic. Batting second baseman Ozzy Albies, and hitting third, designated hitter Marcell Ozuna. Batting cleanup, first baseman Matt Olson. He's put up big numbers in his career in this ballpark. More on that a little bit later. Following Matt, batting fifth, third baseman Austin Riley. Batting sixth, coming off a red-hot homestand, catcher Sean Murphy. Hitting seventh, left fielder Adam Duvall. Batting eighth, right fielder Ramon Laureano. Batting ninth, the shortstop Orlando Arcia. And on the mound for the Braves, the veteran southpaw Chris Sale, 9-2 with a 2.98 ERA. So again for the Braves, it's Kelenic, Albies, Ozuna, Olson, Riley, Murphy, Duvall, Laureano, Arcia, and Sale on the mound. Now for Aaron Boone's Yankees. They've dropped their last 2. They're still in first place in the American League East, but only by a half game over rival Baltimore. The Yankees are 51-26, and they'll lead it off tonight with their shortstop Anthony Volpe. Batting second, right fielder Juan Soto, and hitting third, center fielder Aaron Judge. Batting cleanup, designated hitter Giancarlo Stanton. Hitting fifth, left fielder Jahmai Jones. Batting sixth, third baseman DJ LeMahieu. Batting seventh, catcher Jose Trevino. Batting eighth, first baseman Ben Rice. Batting ninth, second baseman and switch hitter Oswaldo Cabrera. And on the mound for the Yankees, left-hander Carlos Rodon. He's 9-3 with a 3.28 ERA. So again for the Yankees, it is Volpe, Soto, Judge, Stanton, Jones, LeMahieu, Trevino, Rice, Cabrera, and Rodon on the mound. Those are the lineups. When Darren and I come back, we'll get the thing going. Friday night, Braves and Yankees from the Bronx. All that right around the corner on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
We're number one. We're number one. I'm Cordy, Cortland's spokespug and number one Braves fan. We all know that the Braves are number one. Did you also know that Cortland is number one? Cortland is ranked number one apartment brand on Reputation.com because of the best living spaces and amazing resident service. You know what else is number one? Hot dogs and ball fetching and more hot dogs. Cortland, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
You're not afraid to get dirty. You know there's strength in sweat, pride in a hard day's work, and power in a great team. We agree the best teams run like a well-oiled machine. That's why you need a Yanmar tractor on your roster. A tractor rated number one in product quality by the EDA 5 years running. From digging and grading to tilling and mowing. Get more done. Take less time. Yanmar gets you to the game faster. See all their tractors online at yanmartractor.com. That's yanmartractor.com. yanmartractor.com.
The Instant 50 ends June 30th, so be quick and play Quick Win. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Only from the Georgia Lottery.
Braves fans, this season has just started and everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back at McDonald's. The Braves Frozen Fanta, a winning blend of Frozen Fanta Blue Raspberry and Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry. It's the MVP of flavor. And right now you can get a medium for only $1.99. That's what I call knocking your cravings out of the park for a grand slam of a deal. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
To get the most pet-friendly apartments, Apartments.com has a dedicated team of experts. Status report. Do we still have the most dog-friendly apartments? Good. Cat-friendly? Don't need the attitude, Miss Jangles. Simple yes suffices. Okay, how about potty-mouthed parrot-friendly apartments?
You betcha.
Okay, how about language, Phil, language. There's kittens around. Keep up the good work, though. Apartments.com, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Ben Ingram for Emory Healthcare's Heart Care Services. When it comes to your heart or someone close to you, nothing matters more than receiving the absolute best care. It's crucial to seek out doctors who are renowned experts in their fields, highly skilled, and pushing the boundaries of heart disease treatment. At Emory Heart and Vascular, you'll find a large team of specialized physicians and nurses dedicated to your heart health. They offer more options for customized treatment solutions that work for you. To learn more, visit emoryhealthcare.org/heartcare. For you.
You want a good start to the day? How about the Braves, coffee, and the locker room? Home team here, 6 to 10 on the Fan 680 and the 680 The Fan app. 6 to 10 on the Fan 680 Great app.
Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. Steamy day here in New York, at least by their standards. It's warm, but you keep hearing people talking about the heat wave, and it makes us roll our eyes up here. It's 86 degrees, not bad. Feels like a good summer night. It's the Braves and the Yankees, two teams that have high expectations for the rest of this season. Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Well, like we mentioned, Braves and the Yankees, first game of this series. The last time the Braves were here was 2021. The last time any of us were here, 2018, at least from a broadcasting standpoint, because we weren't traveling yet in 2021 the last time the Braves came here. But, of course, one thing that we have never forgotten is the short porch in right field. That'll be interesting to see how these left-handed batters do with that short porch in right. Ball can sneak out. In fact, I was chatting with Jared Kelnick before the game, and Darren, he told me about one particular time where he showed me the spot on his bat. It was right above the label, and he said he got jammed, caught it just above the label, exit velocity 91. You guessed it, home run. Really? So you know what it's like to pitch on this mound here, and that's certainly something that become a story in this ballpark.
Yeah, I did play here one year and came here a lot as a visitor playing in the AL East, and yeah, you're aware of how short that wall is, and it affects the way you pitch. And, you know, the Yankees did that for a reason. They got these big slugging right-handers that can hit the ball the other way, and they got lefty pull hitters to take advantage of that short porch and score a lot of runs.
314 down the right field line, so of course we'll keep an eye on that. 408 to straightaway centers. That's a pretty good shot. And then 318 down the left field line. Umpires are together right now, exchanging lineup cards. Mark Rippinger is the home plate umpire. He's calling balls and strikes tonight. Derek Thomas is at first base. Chris Conroy, the second base umpire. And Brennan Miller is at third base. The Braves will be taking the field tonight in their traveling gray uniforms. Gray tops, gray pants, red lettering, red numerals, outlined in navy. Atlanta across the chest on top of the tomahawk. And, of course, the Yankees in their traditional white tops, white pants with the navy pinstripes and the interlocking NY logo on the left chest of their white uniforms. It'll be Kelnick, Albies, and Ozuna coming to the plate for the Braves versus Carlos Rodon. Here's the leather around him, as it is Ben Rice who will be at first base. Oswaldo Cabrera is the second baseman. Shortstop is Anthony Volpe, and DJ LeMahieu is their third baseman. In the outfield for the Yankees, Jemiah Jones is in left. Aaron Judge is in center field. Juan Soto is in right field. Behind the plate, it's Jose Trevino. And on the mound is the left-hander, Carlos Rodon. So, talking about Carlos Rodon, 6'2", 255. He's from Holly Springs, North Carolina, 31 years old. On the season, he's been very good. This will be his 16th start of the year. In fact, he's 9-3 with a 3.28 ERA. But Darren, his last outing, took a loss against Boston. That ended a 7-start winning streak for him. And that's something that both of these starters have in common. They've both had a 7-game winning streak at one point this season.
Yeah, it's a tough night to be a left-handed hitter in the Bronx. You got two stud lefties out there tonight, and both are having a great season. You know, they were teammates back in the Chicago White Sox, and they're kind of doing it different ways. Carlos Rodon has matured and changed a little bit as a pitcher. Chris Sale is just doing what vintage Chris Sale did, keeping the same pitch mix and really controlling that. But, yeah, it should be in store for a really good pitching matchup here tonight.
When it comes to Rodon and changing a few things up, he's kept his best two weapons. He's just added to that arsenal, hasn't he?
He has. He's picked up a changeup this season. You know, his first year last year with the Yankees, he had some pretty big expectations with that big contract they gave him and just didn't pan out. So he's added a changeup this season. We'll see how it plays tonight.
Well, that last outing for Rodon, 5 innings, he allowed 5 runs on 7 hits, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. That came in a loss at Boston. And I mentioned he was 7-0 in his 7 previous starts. In fact, he posted a .228 over his last 7. And he's been a horse. He's gone 6 or more innings in 10 of his 15 starts. That's another thing that these two starting pitchers will have in common. They're used to going deep in ball games. Been a couple of years since we've seen Rodon. In fact, he has 2 career appearances versus the Braves. Both took place in 2022 when he was a member of the San Francisco Giants. And that 2022 season for him may be the best of the bunch in his career. So he's beaten the Braves once in 2 tries. He has a sub-1 ERA versus Atlanta. And the last time we saw him a couple of years ago, how about this? 12 innings, 1 earned run, and 18 strikeouts in those 2 starts combined. So they have seen him at his best. That'll be interesting to see which Carlos Rodon we see tonight, Darren.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I said, he's changed a little bit. Back then, he was throwing 93% fastball and sliders. Those are really his only 2 pitches he was showing regularly. Now he's added a changeup and a cutter. He's going to try to defend himself against right-handed hitters. Lost a little bit of a tick on his fastball. He can still run it up to 98, but he's lost a little bit. So we'll see how that plays. He's lacking a little bit of swing and miss at the top of the zone that he used to be able to count on with that 4-seam fastball.
Would you say that that's still his best pitch? Because even though it's lost a little bit of its velocity, that's a pitch that moves a pretty good bit.
It does. It's a good heater, but it really sets up his slider. His slider's the pitch he usually goes to finish guys, and it's what he gets all of his swing and miss late in the count with.
Well, he's taking his warm-up pitches right now. In a moment, it'll be time for the first pitch, which, as always, is brought to you by Schumann Farms. Real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms are coming soon to a store near you. Overcast skies here in New York. It was sunny most of the day, and the wind has completely shifted directions. When we were out there for BP, the wind was blowing out to left field. Now it's coming in from left and pushing across the outfield left to right, blowing at the right field foul pole. And there are some storms in the area, but we do believe that that's going to miss us, although it could be raining within a few miles of where we are here at Yankee Stadium. So Jared Kelenic climbing in for the Braves. He's the first Brave player to take his hacks versus Carlos Rodon. Lefty Rodon looking into his catcher Jose Trevino. He's ready, so is Kelenic. And now for the ball game. The first pitch swung on and looped out to left field and down for a base hit. Just a soft single for Jared. But he's extremely confident right now, swinging a good bat, claps his hands down at first base, and he's aboard with the game's first base hit.
Well, he does look dangerous in the box. Lefty's only hitting right around 200 off Rodon this season. Really nice piece of hitting, and just to get me over fastball away, and Jared serves it into left to get the trouble started there for Rodon.
This ball game started at 7:09 Eastern, and like we mentioned, mid-80s here in New York. Here's Ozzy Albies. Ozzy with some big ball games versus Detroit and that sweep over the Tigers. Pitch on the way to Ozzy, and he hits one well. Out towards deep left field. Back to the wall. Ozzy Albies makes it 2-0 Braves. Dropping a bomb here in the Bronx. And a great start versus Carlos Rodon. 2 pitches into the ball game, and it's 2-0 Atlanta.
What a way to start a ball game, Ben.
I like that.
As we kind of eased into this, I was going to talk about how important scoring early was, because the Yankees have a beleaguered bullpen after 2 very short starts the past 2 days. So if you can score early, put a little lead on them, you're going to see the back end of that tired bullpen and maybe be able to expand a little bit. I guess Ozzy knew that.
He jumped right on it. Well, prior to the ball game, Susan Waldman, who's done a great job here in New York for such a long time, and a woman that we respect a lot, dropped by our booth. We're talking about this ball game tonight. Here's the pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. And he'll swing and tap one out to short. Anthony Volpe's got it. Slings it over from deep short, and that's in time for the out. But Susan came in and said, if you see Carlos Rodon give up a home run, it'll happen in the first inning. She was right on the money.
She was. She's seen a few ball games. She's told me she's done baseball longer than I've been alive, which is impressive because I'm getting a little long in the tooth. But, yeah, she was right. It's the best time to get a good starting pitcher is before he's gotten into his groove.
It's something that both of these pitchers have struggled with this year, is first inning home runs. Matt Olson up to the plate. He takes ball a little bit low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Matt Olson, who in his career has put up some great numbers in this ballpark. 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll miss outside to Olson. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, you mentioned Olson's good numbers. Batting .368 here. 9 games, 4 taters. He likes that short porch and right.
2-0 to Matt, and that's in for a called strike. That was a slider there. Slider mid-80s from the lefty Rodon. Olsen sitting on 11 home runs this year. Waiting on the 2-1 pitch, and here it comes from Carlos Rodon. Big swing and a miss. Fastball moving away from the lefty. Now a 2-2 count.
You know, we talked about that short porch, and I was just saying to you earlier before the game, that really simplifies Matt's approach here. All he's got to do is pull the ball, and at the launch angle he hits it at, it's going to be a homer.
2-2, a wave and a miss. One to the slider, and gets Matt Olson. 2 down here in the inning. Well, that's exactly right. You think about that approach for a left-handed hitter. You get the ball up in the air to right field, you got a good shot at getting it out of here.
Yeah, I've even seen a broken bat home run out there to right. Chris Davis, first baseman for the Orioles, did that here a few years back.
2 down for Austin Riley. 2-0 Braves. Ball outside to Austin. Started him off with a slider. Riley here lately has been the best version of himself. He's 10 for his last 19 with 3 homers and 4 doubles over his last 6 games. 1-0 pitch on the way to Austin, and he smokes one foul. It's up into the third deck along the third baseline. 2 pitches into the ball game, the Braves had their first lead. A leadoff single by Kelnick on the first pitch of the game, and then a 2-run homer by Ozzy Albies. 1-1 will miss low, 2 balls and a strike. And of course, Darren, you'll take runs any way you can get them. When you're facing this team in this ballpark, it's good to fight fire with fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know that they're going to bring their own firepower.
Come in here and make an early statement, but you got to keep expanding because we know how powerful this Yankees lineup is.
2-1 to Riley. That'll miss inside. 3 balls and a strike.
The strength of this Yankees team is this starting rotation. The bullpen's been scuffling a little bit recently. The lineup is a lineup. It's very good, but you got to get to these starters.
3-1 to Riley, and he strokes one towards deep right center field. Back to the wall it flies, and that's out of the ballpark. Austin Riley staying hot and drops that one into the Yankee bullpen, and it's 3-0 Braves here in the top of the first inning, and the Braves have jumped on them before the seats are even warm here in the Big Apple.
What a stroke there. Put a good swing on it. It actually looked like he was kind of leaning out of the box. Still had enough juice to get into the home bullpen out there. Carlos Rodon, after that pitch, is looking around like, really? Is this how it's going to start?
Well, for Riley, that's his 4th homer in his last 7 ball games. You're already saving big at tire discounters come tomorrow. Murphy swings and misses. Of course, Austin with a home run, and 3 batters prior, Ozzy Albies with a home run. So they've hit your first 2 home runs of the night for the Braves, meaning you'll save at least $100 on a set of select tires at tire discounters tomorrow. Swing and a miss by Murphy. Plus, you get a free alignment and a free oil change. So stay tuned for the Hyundai post-game show to see how much you'll save tomorrow at tire discounters. Good to see the early home runs and saving you money at tire discounters. 0-2 to Murphy. Just a little bit low with a slider and a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Three runs on 3 hits here in the top of the first inning. And it is so good to see the power back in the bats for the Braves. Rodon's 1-2. That's flip foul, marking its way into the second deck down here to our right. We're in a pretty good spot for a potential foul ball here.
Forgot my glove again, Ben.
I think we'll be all right.
You should see a grown man dive under the desk.
1-2 from Murphy. Here's the 18th pitch of the inning from Carlos Rodon. And he reaches out, and it's a fly ball to left field. Jemiah Jones on the other end. He's new to left field, but he's able to pass the test there. But a great start for the Braves. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 homers as Ozzy and Austin both go deep. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Braves 3, and the Yankees coming up when we come back.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. And just like a fastball that catches the edge of the plate, the original Louisiana brand hot sauce always strikes the perfect note. Aggressive enough to wake up your taste buds without overpowering your meal. So whether you're celebrating another Braves win or just spicing up your game day grub, grab the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Granger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
This summer, click into easier yard cleanup with same-day delivery from the Home Depot. Click into clearing overgrown grass or weeds with effortless gas-like power. And click into the convenience of a battery platform compatible with over 250 tools with the Milwaukee M18 fuel trimmer, now for just $199. Click into power with 4th of July savings now at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order select and stock items by 4 p.m. subject to availability.
The Aloft at the Battery Atlanta looks forward to welcoming you for all your travel needs and are committed to safety and cleanliness. Aloft Hotels, different by design.
Hey, Braves country, I work with the best baseball man in the city of Atlanta, Chris Domino, Cellini and Domino weekdays on the Fan 680 and 93.7 FM and the Fan app.
Well, hopefully you weren't late tuning in tonight, because if you are, you've missed a lot already. It's 3-0 Braves into the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Anthony Volpe, Juan Soto, and Aaron Judge up to the plate for New York. Chris Sale is on the mound for Atlanta, and here's a look at the Atlanta leather. Matt Olson is at first base. Ozzie Albies is at second. Orlando Arcia, the shortstop, and Austin Riley is at third. And the outfield for Atlanta, Adam Duvall in left, Jared Kelenic in center, Ramon Laureano is in right field. Sean Murphy is behind the plate, and on the mound, the big lefty, Chris Sale, ready to go to work for the 14th time this season. Pitch on the way to Anthony Volpe. Nothing wrong with that. Fastball right down the pike, and it's 0-1. On the season, Sale is 9-2 with a 2.98 ERA through his first 13 starts. Coming off a win versus the Rays. 0-1, missed a little bit low and outside with a fastball. That last outing for Sale, 7 innings, just 2 runs allowed. And he's won 8 of his last 10 starts and posted a 2.53 ERA in that span. Pretty good numbers. Lefty deals. That'll miss low and outside. What he's trying to do tonight, Darren, is conquer this ballpark and this team, something that he's not done in a while. Got a 2-1 count on Anthony Volpe. Lefty Sale kicks and fires. Outside 3-1.
Yeah, if you look at Chris's numbers here in this building, you know, at the beginning of his career when he was healthy, Chris Sale, which I believe we have a healthy version of Chris Sale this season, they were pretty good. 6-4, 1.61 ERA over 100 innings, lots of strikeouts.
What we're used to, basically. 3-1, blew that by him, 3-2.
But then in 2019, he started getting into that injury cycle with the Red Sox, you know, the falling off the bike, breaking the pinky, all that sort of stuff. And he struggled since 2019, 0-5 with a 10.45 ERA against the Yankees, regardless of venue. But he's got some pretty crazy numbers against these batters, and it just really illustrates how proficient of a strikeout artist he is.
See if we can get a strikeout here. 3-2. A little bit low and inside with a fastball. It's a leadoff walk to Anthony Volpe. Not used to seeing too many walks out of Chris Sale. Giving you those numbers earlier, talking about those last 10 starts for Chris, as he's won 8 times, 79 strikeouts and just 8 walks over his last 64 innings coming into tonight.
He's done a great job of limiting walks, only walking 4% of batters this season. So that just reduces the amount of traffic you have to work through.
Juan Soto climbing in. He'll take a slider away. 1 ball and no strikes. 3-0 Braves are in the bottom of the first inning. Anthony Volpe, the runner at first base. Neither one of these teams really runs a lot. Yankees 26 in the league in stolen bases. Braves 28. 1-0 pitch on the way. Soto takes a slider for a strike.
You know, we know Juan Soto well from his time in D.C. One of the best power contact combinations in the league, but even he against Chris Sale has faced him 5 times, struck out 4 times. So one of the best guys at avoiding strikeouts has been dominated by Chris Sale.
1-1 from Sale. Strike. Out on the outside corner. Perfectly placed fastball coming in at 97. Like that pitch. Volpe, these last couple of pitches, have been dancing around over there at first base. He has 15 steals on the year and 18 tries. He's one of the few guys in their roster who you're going to see run a whole lot. Maybe not much versus the lefty Sale. Takes a big lead at first base. 1-2 pitch on the way. Soto sees that just clip the end of his bat and fouls it off. We'll do it again with a 1-2 count.
You mentioned Volpe dancing around. That's actually how he leads off. He does what's called a vault lead that the Yankees teach in the minor leagues, where they anticipate when the pitcher is going to go home and they try to time their vault jump to that instead of just taking a 4-step static lead. They're trying to get some weight moving in towards second base.
1-2, got him. Good fastball, 98, and he blazed that by the bat of Juan Soto. So 1 down for Aaron Judge. Judge on the season, look, if he didn't play another game the rest of the year, he's already had a good year. 27 homers, and he's driven in 67. It's not even the All-Star break yet. Oh, by the way, 306 batting average, pretty good as well. Pitch on the way to Judge. Big lumbering hack there. Slowed him down, and he missed the slider at an 0-1 count. Braves leading 3-0. Got a 2-run homer on the second pitch of the game from Ozzie Albies. And then 3 batters later, Austin Riley sent one out over the wall in right center field. Well, 1 to Judge. Check swing. Made him look foolish there. Good slider. And after seeing those 2 swings, really swing and a half, you probably want to see Sale go right back to that slider.
It's a good illustration of how nasty he is. This is one of the best hitters on the planet right now. Making him look silly, like he's never seen a slider before.
Sale's 0-2. Now they throw over to first base. Going back into the dive, Anthony Volpe.
We talked about some Sales cartoon numbers. Aaron Judge faced him 25 times, struck out 15 times.
Wow.
This isn't some utility guy that plays, this is one of the best of the best.
Way ahead, 0-2. Here it comes from Sale. Just missed a little bit low and in. Went with that same slider, and this time didn't get a swing from Judge. Last time Sale won here was 2018. This is his 13th appearance in his career in this ballpark, 12th as a starter. And a 1-2 to Judge. Check swing. They appealed. Didn't go, says Derek Thomas, as he's the first base umpire. Watching the replay of that, he might have just gotten a swing on the house. 2-2 on Judge. And the 2-2 pitch. Just missed a little low with a changeup. Not a bad idea. With 2 strikes, that's a tough one to lay off of.
It seems like Judge, after swinging at those first 2 sliders, has told himself, if there's anything that looks like it's coming right down the middle low, I'm not swinging. So a heater down would be great here.
3-2. A swing and a miss. That time he went to the slider and had enough confidence in it to throw it with a 3-2 pitch, and he gets Judge.
The difference with that slider is he threw it in the zone. You're able to beat a hitter like that in the zone with your slider. You're doing something right.
So he struck out Soto, struck out Judge, and now here's Giancarlo Stanley. He's a .243 hitter on the year. He, too, has hit a bunch of homers. He's got 18. Now with 2 down, pitch on the way, big swing and a miss. Slider low and in. Early on, getting lots of swings and misses on that slider low and into the right-handed hitters. Braves on top 3-0 as we're in the bottom of the first inning. Sale ready, glance to first, pitch on the way, another hack and a miss, another slider. They're having a hard time with that pitch. It's been a perplexing pitch, not just to the Yankees. That's been the case for Sale in his entire career.
That pitch only has a 156 batting average against this season. An astronomical 43% whiff rate.
0-2, runner goes. Pitch is low. Throw down to second by Murphy. Pretty close. They got him. Sean Murphy with a good throw down to second base. And Ozzie swiped that tag just in time to get Volpe. See if the Yankees want to challenge this. Look at this. Boy, conflicting ideas there by Aaron Boone. Now they've waved it off. He said wave it off, then he put the hands over the ears, and ultimately they say wave it off. And now Boone's going to come out there to chat with Mark Ripperger. Braves are walking off the field. And exactly what's the decision here? It looks like they're not going to challenge this. So that'll end the bottom of the first inning. As Sale is able to wrap things up, we head to the top of the second, 3-0 Braves.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A. The A in Chick-fil-A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A's are proud partners with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. If you wish to support our mission by bettering our community, visit braves.com/homeplate to learn more.
Are you ready to live like a champion? Introducing Simply Sports CBD, the official CBD of athletes everywhere. Chosen by athletes like Olympic surfer Breeza Hennessy and recommended by trainers. Simply Sports CBD is the #1 NSF certified CBD for athletes. Whether it's training, recovery, or maintaining mental clarity, Simply is there for the day-to-day grind. Join the champions. Choose the CBD that athletes trust. Simply Sports CBD. Live like a champion. Proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Available at the Georgia Hemp Company.com.
Two of the best teams in the world, your Atlanta Braves and the Locker Room. Brian Finneran here, and you can listen live Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 a.m., 680 The Fan, or tap that app.
Great to have you with us on a Friday night alongside Darren O'Day and our producer engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Throw down to second by Sean Murphy to get Anthony Volpe attempting to steal our Truist play of the game, brought to you by Truist. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. The Braves with 2 home runs in the top of the first inning. A 2-run homer from Ozzie Albies, his 6th of the season. And for Austin Riley, a solo shot, his 7th of the year. And now it's 7-8-9 for the Braves here in the top of the second with Duvall, Laureano, and Arcia coming up to the plate versus Carlos Rodon. Rodon to work, and Duvall takes a called strike. For Rodon, we mentioned he's from Holly Springs, North Carolina. Both of his parents came here from Cuba. Cuban-American, left-hander. Part of a really good college team. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be sent foul into the seats down the right field line. Rodon was teammates with Trey Turner at NC State. They went to Omaha together. Had a good bunch. And his final season at NC State led the nation in strikeouts. It's been a good program there for a while. But he's never lacked for confidence. In fact, there's a pretty funny story when it comes to Rodon back in his high school days. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Adam Duvall. And Adam loops one down the right field line. That might drop in. That is going to be just foul. Right outside the chalk down the right field line. At an 0-2 count. But as the story goes for Rodon, when he was in high school, his team advanced to the championship series. And he was supposed to be pitching in Game 2, a best 2 out of 3 series. And they won Game 1. And as they're shaking hands with the other team after Game 1, he found the coach for the other team and said, "You guys just lost the series because I'm pitching tomorrow." Wow. So that's the kind of confidence that Carlos Rodon has. And sure enough, they won the next day. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Adam Duvall. And he smacks one to left field, down the left field line. That'll be backhanded deep in the corner by Jahmai Jones. He sends it in just ahead of Duvall, thinking about 2. Took a big turn at first base, and it's a leadoff single.
I wonder how that confidence is feeling right now.
Pretty low, I'd imagine.
Watching rockets fly all around Yankee Stadium. You said that was high school?
That was in high school.
Okay.
He was the 3rd overall choice of the White Sox in 2014. And when he came up and made his big league debut, wasn't the only big lefty in their rotation. Pitch misses down. Who was the other lefty? Chris Sale, as they were teammates for a little while in Chicago. 3-0 Braves, top of the second inning. Ramon Laureano up to the plate for the first time in the ball game. Laureano hops one up. That was off the fist, coming over towards foul ground, and that'll reach the stands. Bat flew out of his hands. Ball landed just to the near side of the dugout.
I still haven't been able to locate the bat. I don't know. I guess it flew into the dugout, maybe?
Yeah, they just brought a bat from the dugout. Whether it's the same bat or not, I'm not sure. I believe it flew down into that camera well.
Look alive down there, boys.
Offering to Laureano. That'll miss a little bit low and outside. Game 1 of this 3-game series. 2 balls and a strike on Laureano. Grew up in the Dominican Republic. Takes ball a little bit low and outside. Laureano, a guy who's always found his way in his baseball career. Had a pretty good career, always a really good arm. Got a 3-1 count here coming from Rodon. And a 3-1. And he swings and sends one deep down the left field line. That's going to make it to the wall on a hop. Coming around second, heading for third now, Duvall. He gets a stop sign, and it's a double down the line by Laureano. And everybody top to bottom of the order is barreling pitches off of Carlos Rodon.
Yeah, that was the strength of the Braves' historic offense last season, was the depth of it. And it looks like it's getting back to that, where there's no soft spots in the lineup. There's nowhere to take a break and just count on your easy out.
Well, like you mentioned on our last road trip, that kind of offense can be contagious, and we're seeing that with the entire lineup top to bottom now. And here's Arcia with a chance to add on to this 3-0 lead. Runners at second and third, no one out. And Arcia makes a called strike. First pitch curveball.
And we mentioned in the opener, traditionally he's gone to the top half of the zone with his four-seamer for the swing and miss. And I mentioned he's not getting those this year. And all these at-bats are following similar patterns. It's all late-count fastballs up in the zone.
0-1 pitch, a lunge and a miss by Arcia, going after the changeup on an 0-2 count.
And these guys are just able to get to it and put the barrel of the bat on it, and they're hitting the ball hard. Because the fastballs tonight have been 94, 93, sometimes 95 instead of 98, what he's accustomed to.
Good point. Throwing lots of strikes, 29 pitches, 20 strikes for Rodon. 0-2 pitch, slapped out to first. That's misplayed for a second by Rice, but he picks it up, carries it to the bag, and beats Arcia for the out. Runners hold at second and third. Adam Duvall thought about it, and in fact, if he had gone on contact, he probably makes it because the ball was dropped by just a second by Ben Rice on the backhanded attempt. So one down and back to the top of the order to Jared Kelenic. And it was Jared who went after the very first pitch of the ball game, hit a soft single to left, and eventually scored on the homer by Ozzie Albies. First pitch to Kelenic. He lays off the slider low and outside. 1-0.
It's got to give Jared confidence to be, a left-handed hitter and still in the leadoff spot. I thought it was cool when I saw the lineup that he's still getting that start there.
1-0, he hits one towards right field. Juan Soto going over to his left. He can't get there. Trotting home now is Adam Duvall. Laureano goes second to third. It's an RBI single for Jared Kelenic, and it's 4-0 Braves. Well, Jared spraying it around, had the base hit to left. Now this one down the right field line, and he rakes in his 19th RBI of the year.
And I say that because lefties are only hitting right around 200 off of Rodon, and 11 out of the 13 home runs he's allowed have been to right-handed hitters. So you're going to try to load your lineup with right-handed hitters and maybe sneak the lefty into the bottom. But Kelenic's seeing it so well. Obviously right there, a nice little single, driving a run.
Well, here's Ozzie, who hit a home run at his first trip to the plate. Pitch on the way from Rodon. That'll miss low. It gets away from the catcher Trevino. Holding at third, Laureano, but capitalizing is Kelenic. And he sprints down to second base. And everything coming up roses for the Braves here early. An already frustrated Carlos Rodon slowly walks back out to the mound. In fact, after giving up that base hit to Kelenic just a moment ago, he took his glove, put it up to his mouth, and chewed right into it. I think he wanted to just bite right into the whole thing. It will be a wild pitch to send Kelenic down to second base. 1-0 pitch, that'll miss low. Some level of frustration when you just clamp down your chompers right down on your glove.
I'd be lying if I said I'd never done it before. It's a good release.
2-0 pitch. And a ground ball out to third. Coming up with it, LeMahieu comes to the plate. They got Laureano in a rundown. They run him back to third base. LeMahieu puts the tag on, and Laureano is finished over at third base. Fielder's choice for Ozzie. He's at first. Kelenic holds at second base. Well, you get a ground ball to third base. He had a pretty big lead. There really wasn't a whole lot he could do.
No.
If he tries to go back to third base, there's a good chance LeMahieu gets over there and puts the tag on him to begin with.
Yeah, I wonder if he had the green light to go there, or if he was told to see it through. He didn't have much chance of being safe there.
So now 2 down for Ozuna. He's leading the league in RBIs. He's second in home runs, as he's belted 20 long ones this year and driven in 63 runs. Ozuna takes a fastball high and outside. Braves on top, 4-0 here at the top of the second inning. RBIs from Riley, Albies, and Kelnick in the ball game. 1-0 pitch. Ozuna takes a called strike. Looked like a pretty good gift there for Rodon. That looked like a curveball well off the plate. Ball to strike on Ozuna. 1-1 pitch. In for a called strike. Got the fastball over the outside corner. So the Braves down to their final strike here in the top of the second. Already made some noise here in this frame, but Ozuna looking to make some more noise versus Rodon. This will be his 39th pitch of the ball game. 1-2 pitch in the dirt, smothered by Trevino. And a 2-2 count now on Ozuna.
So in this at-bat, Rodon has bumped up to 98 miles an hour. He's getting frustrated, and you can see it. He's committing a pitcher habit that you see a lot. He's checking the radar gun after every pitch to see what he's throwing, and you can see he's getting frustrated and trying to throw harder.
2-2 to Ozuna. A little bit low with the slider. Well, 3-2 now for Ozuna. Trying to add to his frustrations. He rubs up that new baseball. Probably multiple things he could be frustrated with right now, but ultimately all the contact. Already 6 base hits for the Braves. 3-2, runners go, and a lunge and a miss by Ozuna as he strikes out going after that slider. So that ends the top of the second, where the Braves pick up another run on the base hit by Kelnick. We head to the bottom of the second inning, 4-0 Braves.
Shooting drills.
A coach who knows the game can teach their team how to improve, but one who genuinely cares about each player.
You have what it takes. We got this.
Can inspire them to win. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Offer valid through July 1st, 2024. 0 down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Winning is what the Atlanta Braves do. In the past 25 years, they've won 15 division titles. And in 2021, they were the champions of it all. They know what it takes to win. And so do I. We've been fighting and winning for injured people for more than 25 years, earning our clients hundreds of millions of dollars. That's why if you're hurt and winning is your only option, get the Strong Arm.
Attorney John Foy and Associates.
Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
The 2024 Braves promotional calendar features a variety of exciting gate giveaways. See the full schedule and get your tickets at braves.com/promos. So when you want the Braves on demand, just tap that 680 The Fan app.
So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Ben Darren and Jay Chataway there from Yankee Stadium. About the only thing the Braves haven't done here early is steal a base. They're up 4-0 into the bottom of the second. No stolen bases in the top of the second inning, as that was the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. But if the Braves had swiped a bag at the top of the second, then Gene Braley would have won $1,600 in free marathon gas cards. You can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge yourself by visiting braves.com/stolen base challenge. Giancarlo Stanton was up to the plate when Anthony Volpe was caught stealing to end the bottom of the first inning. So Stanton back up there. And Stanton takes the ball up and in. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Braves. 2 homers, 2-run shot by Ozzie, solo shot by Austin. Yankees looking for the first base hit of the ball game. There's a called strike on Stanton and a 1-1 count. For this Yankee club, their identity has been what they do at the plate, and that's not surprising anybody. You don't just wake up and become the Bronx Bombers for nothing. They've done that for years, obviously. 1-1 pitch, Hackett a miss there. Ugly swing at a slider and a 1-2 count. And while this Yankee team has got a very good rotation, they've got some great numbers at the plate. Lots of home runs, lots of runs scored. 1-2 to Stanton. Up this one up, foul ground, coming over Matt Olson. Wind is going to push that into the seats and land about 2 rows back of the Yankee dugout on the first baseline. But entering the action tonight, the Yankees are 3rd in Major League Baseball in runs scored. They're 2nd in home runs, trailing just the Orioles. They're 3rd in slugging. And most of their slugging damage comes from the home run ball. They don't hit a ton of doubles, believe it or not. 1-2 from Sale. Just a little bit high with a heater. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitching staff is 3rd in the league in ERA, 8th in strikeouts, 5th fewest runs allowed. But you wouldn't know that by watching tonight's ball game. 2-2, have a seat. Dropped a beautiful changeup right at the bottom of the zone and turned Stanton into a statue.
It's kind of followed the same profile as Judge's at bat. You know, he abused him with that back foot slider, and he said, I'm not going to swing anything in the bottom of the zone. So Chris dropped the changeup in there for the look and K. That's the thing. He's got such great stuff, but he can pitch, too.
It's fun to watch, isn't it?
It really is.
4-0 Braves in the bottom of the 2nd. Here's Jahmai Jones. He takes a ball high.
I think he's also fired up tonight. His fastball is up over 2 miles an hour on his season average. Chris Sale coming out hot tonight.
Sure is. Pistols blazing. 1-0 to Jones. A little bit low and inside. Jones hitting 188 on the year. He's an Atlanta boy from Peachtree Corners. Went to Wesleyan School. Former 2nd-round pick of the Angels back in 2015, Jahmai Jones. There's the 2-0 pitch on the way. And Jones with a high, deep fly ball to left field. Duvall is back to the wall. Now he comes up, and he lunges forward, can't get there. Around 2nd, heading for 3rd is Jones. Here's the throw to 3rd, and it's late. And how about that? A wind-blown triple, if you will. That ball was likely headed out of here, but the wind is blowing in from left. That hit a curtain of wind and then just changed directions and ended up dropping in front of Duvall when all the while Darren thought that was going to be in the seats.
Boy, that's wild. That's more what you would see in Wrigley Field with that wind blowing in. But there's a tunnel there right behind where Adam is in left field that the wind shoots through, and it's really shifted, blowing in from left. So tough play there.
That'll be a triple for Jahmai Jones. It's a very unique triple. Runner at 3rd for DJ LeMahieu. He's hitting 200 on the year. He'll send one foul into the seats down the right field line. You don't see too many triples that don't hit a wall somewhere.
Yeah.
Take a weird carom. That was a high, deep fly ball to the left. And it was heading back, and then the wind just pushed it forward, and Adam couldn't get back to it. Very bizarre. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. They appeal. And he didn't go, says Derek Thomas.
According to StatCast, that ball should have gone 387 feet, which would have put it well into the stands. So maybe the Braves are thankful for that win. Keeping it in play. It could have been an out. You understand that, but that's an extremely difficult play to make.
Jones over at 3rd base. Another note on that triple by Jones. Here's the 1-1 pitch and a ground ball out to 2nd. That'll score the run. Ozzie's got it. Throws over to first base. And 2 down here in the inning. And it's a 4-1 ball game as the Yankees register a run for the first time of the contest. That triple for Jahmai Jones, the very first triple of his entire big league career. This is his 4th year in the big leagues. RBI for LeMahieu is 6th of the year. Well, 4-1 game as we're in the bottom of the 2nd. Base is empty, 2 down for Jose Trevino. Sale back to work. Fastball outside. Folks, if you're looking to spice up your game day grub, reach for the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. The official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. 1-0 pitch and a big bouncer. Kangarooing out there towards Orlando Arcia. He squeezes it, and he throws over to first base for the out. So the wind-blown triple and a ground out that drove in the run. Yankees pick up 1 run on 1 hit, and we head to the top of the third, 4-1 Braves.
This year, treat yourself to an explosive 4th of July with Great Grizzly Fireworks. Come shop their incredible selection of the biggest and best fireworks at a Great Grizzly store in Forest Park, Cartersville, Noonan, or Grayson. And do it soon, because this year, Great Grizzly is giving you a chance to win a $5,000 fireworks prize pack. Sign up today and register to win at fireworks365.com/fan.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Winner will be selected on Friday, July 5th, 2024, and will be responsible for picking up their prize.
Nobody likes a rain delay. Hey, Braves Country, Ben Ingram here. If you're unsure about your gutters, it's time to call Matt's Exteriors. Matt's Exteriors offers a full line of gutter products, including 6-inch gutters and downspout, and several gutter cover options. Matt's Exteriors is also a proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves. So don't let a rain delay turn into something worse. To schedule your free estimate today, visit mattsexteriors.com. That's mattsexteriors.com.
Hey Braves fans, Jeff Francoeur here from Mobile Hydraulics of Georgia. When one of your hydraulic hoses strike out and you need it repaired fast so you can finish a job, reach out to Mobile Hydraulics of Georgia at hydhose.com. They have a fully stocked mobile fleet that will come to you on site with more hoses, fittings, and parts on their trucks than anyone else. They will get you back in the field quick. Save time and money with Mobile Hydraulics of Georgia. Call 770-HYD-HOSE or online at hydhose.com.
No one's got you covered, Braves Country, the way that myself and my partner Nick Cellini do, starting 11 o'clock on 680 The Fan, the 680 The Fan app. Braves baseball every day this year with 680 The Fan.
It's a 4-1 lead for the Braves into the top of the third inning. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, great to have you with us. And for those of you listening on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network, it's always great to be with you. If you're listening on the app, that's great as well. And also for our listening audience who's watching on Apple TV this evening and chosen our audio to overlay over the ball game, great to have you with us as well, watching on television. First game in this series. Been a good start for the Braves. Here's Matt Olson. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Carlos Rodon with 2 strikeouts in the ball game. Here's his 42nd pitch of the ball game. There's a called strike on Matt Olson. A 1 to Matt. A little bit low and outside. Under the lights here at the ballpark. Wind is blowing in from left field. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. Olson fouls that off the gear of catcher Jose Trevino. A 1-2 count. This has been the home of the Yankees since 2009. Of course, the original Yankee Stadium was right outside the first base gate and across the street. And that was the home of the Yankees from 1923 through 2008. And if you were to see this place, especially from the exterior, there are a lot of the designs here that replicate the design elements of the original Yankee Stadium. And of course, the architectural frieze under the lights above the ballpark. It was a design element of the original Yankee Stadium. So you see that white frieze at the top of the ballpark, you know exactly where you are. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Olson takes the ball low and outside.
Yeah, the stadium is beautiful, modern. You know, everything you could ever want is here. I had a chance to play in the old one, and I actually preferred that one.
I think a lot of people do, don't they?
Yeah, it's just such hallowed ground over there.
2-2 on the way to Matt Olson. There's a shot out towards center field, coming in, and playing it on the hop is Aaron Judge. He couldn't decide exactly how he wanted to play it, and at the last second just dove forward and played the carom. That's a little bit dangerous. That gets by him. That could have been a couple extra bases for Matt. Not his best belly flop attempt out there, but keep him to a single. In fact, when he got up off the grass out there in center field, he already had a smile on his face. He knew how ridiculous that looked. Austin Riley takes a ball low.
Yeah, Judge is a great outfielder, typically a right fielder, but he's been pressed into duties in center field this year. I'm not sure the Yankees want to go the full season with him out there every night. Just the physical demands that position puts on you. You're covering a lot more ground than you would in right field.
1-0 to Riley. There's a called strike. He's as big as they come out there, isn't he?
It's you're watching an NFL tight end play center field. I mean, he's a monster of a person. I'm not stating anything groundbreaking there, but until you get close to him, you don't realize how big he actually is.
1-1 to Riley. Check swing. They appeal, and Derek Thomas says that he did go. 4-1 Braves, top of the third inning. Runner at first, no one out. The Judge listed at 6'7", 282. Could easily go suit up for the Knicks, and nobody would bat an eye. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Riley. Offering from Rodon, bounced up there. Good knockdown by Trevino.
Yeah, he's so big that when I played here, the trainers, it was hurting their hands to work on him because he's so dense, all the muscles, right? So they had to go get this moldable plastic stuff the catchers use on their thumbs. It's called thumb guards. You put them in the hot water, and you can mold them to the shape of your thumb to prevent you from breaking it when you're catching.
2-2, fouled off.
And so these trainers, they were trying to work on his abdominals to keep his back loose, you know. So they went and got thumb guard material and made finger guards for their pointer and their middle finger, and were working on them with these plastic material in their fingers because it was hurting them so much just to work on those muscles.
2-2 miss high and outside. I think even his hair has muscles.
And he, like I said, he's a good center fielder. He lacks maybe the top end speed that your Michael Harris has, or your Jaron Duran is a good example.
Right.
You know, those Blazers.
3-2 to Riley. Low and inside, and he lost him. A single by Olsen, a walk by Riley, and the Braves have him at first and second with no one out for Sean Murphy. Braves scored 3 times in the first, another run in the second, and leading 4-1 here in the top of the third inning. I want to remind you that Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. With America's largest network of parts and care, Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Sean Murphy over 1 with a fly out to left field. Murphy takes a ball low. Tried that curve ball, and Murphy showed enough discipline to lay off at a 1-0 count. Braves have homers from Albies and Riley in the ball game. 1-0 to Murphy. Check swing. They appeal, and he did go, says Derek Thomas down at first. So the count 1-1. Rodon up to 55 pitches in the ball game, 33 strikes. 1-1 pitch, a little bit low, 2 balls and a strike. It's really been great to see what Sean Murphy has done lately. Went 4 for 4 with a couple of home runs in the series finale against the Tigers on Wednesday. He was hitting 143 with 1 home run in the 14 games since coming off IL. But to see that turnaround is certainly refreshing. Looking for a knock right here. 2-1 pitch on the way to Murphy, and he takes a called strike. Fastball 97, knee high, right down the middle of the plate. And a 2-2 count on Murph.
He missed so much time with that oblique injury that it's going to take you some time to get back up to game speed, and he certainly has. He just excels at hitting the ball hard.
2-2 pitch. And he got him looking. Slider on the outside corner. 1 down to the inning. And before Adam Duvall checks in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
4-1 Braves, top of the third inning. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you for Game 1 of this series at Yankee Stadium. And starting up what amounts to a 3-city road trip for the Braves. Adam Duvall awaits his first pitch. Here it is from Rodon. And there's a strike on the inside corner with a fastball. Braves playing these 3 ball games here in New York. Then it's off to St. Louis to see the Redbirds for 3. And then we'll go to Chicago for 1 game to make up a game against the White Sox. So he lost back in the first road trip of the year to snow. 0-1 to Duvall. Back at a miss. Change up Got the best of him there in an 0-2 count.
Yeah, that's that changeup Rodon has added this year. The right-handers are going to see the kitchen sink. Fastball, slider, cutter, changeup, curveball. When he's facing lefties, he's just that two-pitch pitcher he's been his whole career, that fastball and slider.
Well, 2 to Adam. Blow it inside. That almost hit him. He blew it in with a curveball. Rodon has 3 strikeouts in the ball game. He's walked 1. I'll tell you what, the Braves have really made him work.
And that's big time in this game.
Ball and 2 strikes. And Duvall whacks one in the air towards left field. Coming along now, Jones. He's under it. And he'll make the catch. He hit that right into that wind tunnel, just like we were talking about in the bottom of the last inning. And it knocked it down for the second out.
Rodon has thrown 2 2/3, and he's already 62 pitches, and he knows that bullpen is tired. They've worked 13 2/3 innings in the last 2 games, so he knows he's got to get deep in this game. And Aaron Boone, the manager of the Yankees, is going to let him run because he just has to.
Yeah,
he really doesn't have any other option.
It could really derail them for the entire series if you're able to jump into their bullpen early in this ball game. Ramon Laureano takes a called strike. That Yankee bullpen over the last 29 games has a 5.16 ERA. Keep in mind they had a 2.5 ERA for the first 48 games of the year. So they have underperformed and they've been overworked. Oh, what a miss outside. But like you mentioned, they've been run ragged here lately. And if the Braves could drive up the pitch count of Rodon here early in this ball game the way that they've done so far, and have him go fewer than 6 innings, that could affect not just today, but the next few ball games. Laureano, healthy cut, but missed that slider. And a 1-2 count.
Yeah, that early damage in the first inning is going to make him be a little more wary of just going to the strike zone. He was challenging hitters with fastballs in the zone, and they're whacking him. So now he's going to dance around. He's going to throw his off-speed stuff. He's going to throw less strikes.
1-2 to Laureano. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher Trevino, but rolls up the third base line. And Olsen and Riley hold. They're at first and second base. Laureano is able to rattle a double off of his bat back in the second inning. He's hitting 169 on the year. A couple of home runs for Laureano. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted out towards right center field, and that'll loop in for a base hit. Sprinting around third base and scoring Olsen. Digging for second, Laureano, and he goes in head first. They cut the throw back to the bag. If they let that come through, they got a real shot to get him. But that's a big mistake, cutting that throw off on a right center field, as Laureano now picks up 2 bases. And the Braves add on to their lead as it's 5-1 Braves here in the third.
Alex Anthopoulos does not miss. Laureano puts on a Braves uniform, and he's back to his vintage days in Oakland. 2 knocks already tonight. Big 2-out RBI right there. As I said before, those 2-out hits win ball games.
It adds on to this lead. Now the Braves have him at second and third. Arcia takes a called strike. Well, you get a base hit right here, you're really sitting pretty. Pitch on the way. And a ground ball right side. A diving stop at second by Cabrera. Up on his feet, throws over. And that robs Arcia and the Braves of another run. Well, and Cabrera probably felt like he owed it to him because he's the one who cut that throw out of right center. And this time he makes a dynamic play to wrap up the inning. But the Braves pick up another run. This time on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. A couple men left. We head to the bottom of the third inning. 5-1 Braves.
Right now, American heroes are in some of the most dangerous places on earth, risking their lives to protect our freedom. But there are a forgotten group of heroes here at home. They face fear, loneliness, and despair, the ever-present threat of losing a loved one. These are the brave sons and daughters of the U.S. military, and they are heroes too. American Bible Society brings the hope and comfort of God's Word to the kids that need it most. Honor a hero and donate today at AmericanBible.org/hero.
The laundry room. Until we got Xfinity, this was the only place to get a good Wi-Fi connection. But now we have Wi-Fi all over the house. So you're probably wondering why I'm still hanging out in here. Well, the truth is, it's warm in here. And I like the smell of dryer sheets. Get out of here, weirdo.
Get wall-to-wall Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
This is for anyone doing plumbing, pipe fitting, or HVAC work. If you're not making $53 an hour total package, including health insurance, benefits, and a retirement pension, we want to talk to you. We're the plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR techs of UA72, and we've got a job for you. Safe conditions, working with great people in Metro Atlanta. Visit ua72.org. Click Join Us and we'll send you a list of openings right now. ua72.org.
City of Hope Cancer Center Atlanta is turning hope into reality, providing personalized treatments for all stages of cancer, with appointments available in as little as 24 hours. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Hey, it's Kevin McAlpin, and I'm talking Braves with the Locker Room every weekday morning at 7:45 on Atlanta Braves Today, exclusively on The Fan.
Into the bottom of the third inning, been a good night for the Braves on top 5-1. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for Atlanta. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for the Yankees. As we're into the bottom of the third inning, Ben Rice leads it off. Left on left matchup. Pitch inside to Rice. And a 1-0 count. I think your nickname has to be Uncle Ben when your name is Ben Rice, right?
You think so?
I mean, that's a pretty obvious one. He wears number 93. And he'll send one foul, 1-1. They like him a lot, don't they?
They do. Yeah, he's a catcher by trade. He came up as a catcher, but his biggest tool is his bat. He's a good hitter, so they got to find a place for him to play. And Rizzo broke his arm last week, so now he's manning first base for him.
25 years old. He's from Dartmouth, where he played his college ball. Swing and a miss there, 1-2. A really weird injury for Anthony Rizzo as he was trying to beat out a play at first base and collided with a first baseman and went tumbling to the ground. Came up with a fracture. And that put Ben Rice right into the action. This is just his 4th game of the big leagues. 1-2 fouled off.
I'm going to offer a correction there for all the pitchers in the world. He actually ran into the pitcher. You know, a pitcher beating up a big position player, breaking their arm.
Yeah.
Never want to see anybody get hurt, but they all make fun of us for not being athletes. You know?
I was watching the play. It didn't look near as bad as the outcome. 1-2 sent foul. As Rizzo was going across the bag, and he threw both hands straight up in the air trying to avoid contact. But when he did, he caught hips with the pitcher covering the bag at first and bounced right off of him.
Yeah.
And the first thing that hit was that hand as he was trying to brace his fall. Then came out of the ball game. 1-2 to Rice. And a ground ball out towards first and foul.
A good story like that. Tommy Hunter, former pitcher, Players Weekend nickname was Tommy Two Towel because he can't cover himself with one towel when he comes out of the shower. So he's Tommy Two Towels. So needless to say, he's a big guy. Yeah, I remember former Yankee center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Spent a lot of time on the DL.
1-2 to Rice. That'll be sent foul.
You know, with various injuries, Ellsbury seemed like he was always hurt at the end of his career. Well, Ellsbury came off the DL with a rib injury in his, I think it was his second at bat of the game. He collided with Tommy Hunter, Tommy Two Towel at first base, broke his ribs, and went back on the DL. Tommy was so proud of himself.
Tommy Two Towel. That's a good nickname. 1-2 to Rice, and he's cooked. Swings and misses at a sinker. Strikeout for Chris Sale. That's his 4th of the ball game. And 1 down here in the 3rd inning.
That's a tough assignment. Welcome to the major leagues. You're left-handed. You're facing Chris Sale. Have fun.
Yeah, go get him. J.J. has been called Johnny Two Towel before, but that's for an entirely different reason.
I can't wait to hear that.
1 down here in the inning, and Cabrera takes the ball high. He's just always prepared. He's expecting spills and things like that, so he's always carrying multiple towels.
Oh. That was a bit of a letdown, Ben. I'll be honest with you.
Here's a 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll be sent foul into the seats down the right field line.
For my money, Tommy Two Towel is your Players Weekend. You get to choose your nickname, right? And for my money, that's the best one. And there's nobody even close to that. Because it says Two Towel on the back of his jersey while he's pitching in the major leagues. And everybody's like, what's wrong with
I like that. 1-1 to Cabrera. Just a little bit low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. 5-1 number one Braves as we're in the bottom of the third inning. Braves with 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Carlos Rodon has not hung a 0 up on the board yet. 1 Yankee run came in the second inning. 2-1 pitch into the seats down the right field line and foul. Finds the second deck. Hey, Braves fans, catch every pitch with the fastest internet and a reliable connection you can count on in the clutch, even during peak hours. The next generation Xfinity 10G network. Coming to you from Yankee Stadium tonight. Overcast skies under the lights here in the Bronx. 2-2 pitch in the air towards right center field. Jared Kelenic sprinting to his left. Now he's caught off by Ramon Laureano, and the Braves right fielder has it for the out. And 2 down here in the third inning. Back to the top of the order. Anthony Volpe up to the plate. 1 trip to the order for Chris Sale. Has 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. The 1 walk came to this man, Anthony Volpe. Sale's given up 1 base hit. It was a very bizarre triple by Jemiah Jones, and he eventually scored. Here's a called strike on Volpe. Volpe, just 23 years old, as he's from Morristown, New Jersey. Grew up a big Yankee fan. 0-1 pitch on the way. Run him as low and inside. He made his debut last year. Played 159 games, and he's leading the league in at-bats this season. He's been out there every ball game. Hitting .271 on the season. Got some pop, 6 homers on the year. 1-1 to Volpe. That swung on and fouled off. Good change up that time by Sale. That's his 3rd best pitch, but it's certainly effective.
And that's what makes him exceptional. And the stuff is apparent, right? But he doesn't walk anybody, so he's commanding the strike zone. And he knows how to pitch. That's why you're nasty. 7-time All-Star for a reason.
Looking for the strikeout on the 1-2 to Volpe. And that's fouled off the inside of his leg.
I can't imagine growing up in this area, watching Derek Jeter play for the Yankees and then playing shortstop for the Yankees later. I mean, it's got to be the culmination of a lifelong dream for Anthony Volpe.
When you watch Derek Jeter growing up, you're just hoping you get a chance to be in the big leagues regardless of team. And he's with the team that he grew up watching and in that position. That'll be fouled off. Yeah, we're at an era now where there are lots of young men playing in the game in this day and age at the big league level who grew up where Jeter was one of their ultimate idols, if not their biggest idol.
For sure.
Ball and 2 strikes on Volpe. Here it comes. Fouled back, still a 1-2 count.
And in my experience, meeting him, the person is just as good as the player. Super nice guy, very friendly, even with the opposing team. I mean, he's a living legend. 3,000 hits, all with the Yankees.
Mm-hmm. The 1-2 to Volpe. This time with a fastball. Came in at 97. He's been popping the mitt tonight like usual. Sale at 54 pitches, 34 strikes, has a 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. 2-2 to Volpe. Hanging alive, fouled off a fastball. Chris Sale looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Hasn't had a true 1-2-3 inning yet. Although he did face the minimum in the first inning, Volpe walked. He struck out Soto and Judge, and then the Braves caught Volpe attempting to steal. Trying to put him away here. 2-2. And he reaches out and loops one out to first and caught by Olsen. Just a soft little flare, and it's going to be 6'5" if you're Matt Olsen. Able to climb the ladder and snag it. And Sale faces the minimum in the bottom of the third inning. We played 3. We head to the top of the fourth inning. 5-1 Braves. Baseball and grilling, well, they basically go hand in hand. Take your grill game to a championship level with a Traeger grill. Traeger grills cook with an unrivaled wood-fired flavor, and they do so much more than a grill. You can smoke, bake, roast, braise, and barbecue with pure hardwood flavor. Plus, their Wi-Fi technology allows you to control your grill wirelessly from your phone. In fact, I love my Traeger so much, I bought one for my dad. Get yours at Home Depot or other specialty shops near you or online at Traeger.com.
I'm Braves pitcher Tyler Matzik, and I'm here to tell you it's okay to not be okay. I speak from experience. Severe anxiety almost cost me my entire baseball career, but I got help. I learned to handle the ups and downs of life in a more constructive way. If you or someone you know is struggling emotionally, having thoughts of suicide or substance use problems, help is available 24/7. Call or text the Crisis Lifeline at 988. All calls are confidential.
This is Jeff Francoeur. I love my Atlanta Braves family and our fams, but let me tell you what I love about Pruitt Health, the Georgia-grown, family-owned organization operating for more than 50 years, and they believe family makes us stronger. If you're looking for a job in healthcare with paid training, join the Pruitt Health family where you'll find a career that feels more like a mission. Home health, skilled nursing, hospice, helping people every day live their best life now. Learn more at careers.pruitthealth.com.
Listen to the show host that actually played the game. The Buck Belue Show, keeping it real weekdays, 10 to 11 on The Fan.
Into the top of the fourth inning. Been all Braves so far. Atlanta on top by a score of 5-1. Alongside Darren O'Day, Ben Ingram here with you. Northside Hospital for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Lefties on the mound tonight, Sale and Rodon. Game 2 tomorrow night. That'll be a 7:15 Eastern first pitch. 6:15 Central. Couple of right-handed veterans tomorrow. It'll be Charlie Morton versus Marcus Stroman. And then the Sunday finale, that'll be 1:35 Eastern. Max Fried on the mound versus Nestor Cortez. A couple of lefties going at it in that ball game. Back to the top of the order. There's Jared Kelnick, who's 2 for 2. And he swings, and it's a drive out towards center field. Aaron Judge going back. Judge back to the warning track and right in front of the wall. Throws up the glove, makes the catch. It carried pretty well. We're talking about the wind coming in from left field and expected that ball to be batted down, but out there just to the right of where that opening is in the ballpark, there's a big advertising wall and a video board. Maybe that knocked that wind down, so it could carry a little bit further than we anticipated. There's Ozzy Albies. He'll take a ball low.
Yeah, I think those storms nearby are causing the wind to swirl. When Jared hit that one, the wind was actually blowing out. So it's minute to minute here on where the wind's blowing.
Yeah, that's tricky. Ozzy with a homer back in the first inning. Takes a ball low. So no strikes for Ozzy Albies. Here it is from Rodon. And Ozzy lunges and misses. Actually just did barely tip it. Got a piece of a slider. Same result, 2 balls and a strike. Stands have filled up considerably. When the ball game started, might have been halfway full. But obviously you know about traffic in New York. Everybody hopes to get here by the second, third inning. Well, they're pretty much all here now. 2-1 pitch and a bouncer out towards third. That's a fair ball right out of the reach of DJ LeMahieu and down the left field line. Kicks off the sidewall. Trying to get to it, Jahmai Jones. He does. And by the time he does, Ozzy's standing at second base with a stand-up double. Just made a balancing act down the third base line. Just bounced it right on the chalk and out of the reach of DJ LeMahieu.
The fans here in New York are notoriously late arrivers. Probably easier to get a ticket than a parking spot, I would imagine.
Definitely.
Not much space here for those big parking decks.
Train, probably the best way to get to the ballpark, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. And no.
Depends on how many friends you got.
Right.
There's Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna takes a call strike. Got to roll with some heavy numbers in some of these areas, don't you?
Yeah, there's some spots in the train where it gets a little dicey. You're going to have all the entertainment you want on that subway in the city.
The 0-1 pitch on the way to Ozuna. Takes the ball low. Yeah, a lot of times when I climb on the train, and I love the train system here. It's so easy compared to some of the other options. But I think of that Doors song, People Are Strange. You see a lot of the lyrics from that song on some of these trains. There's a 1-1 pitch on the way to Ozuna. No ground on out to short. Volpe's got it, pats the leather, throws up at a first base, 2 down.
Yeah, the train tracks are just outside right field here, and it's a good way to get around. I've actually seen it a handful of times where if you're in town to play the Mets, you'll see young guys get on the train when we used to take the train, they'll get on the train and go the wrong way. And they'll go up to Yankee Stadium, or they'll go past the stadium and have to ride the train back. So it's always an adventure. So most guys now just ride the bus.
2 down for Matt Olson. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Looking for a 2-out knock to drive it. Ozzie takes the ball outside. Braves trying to keep this string going of consecutive innings where they've scored at least 1 run. And leading 5-1 here at the top of the 4th inning. Base hit should give him his 39th RBI of the year. 1-0 from Rodon. Huge swing and a miss. Matt cut it loose there in a 1-1 count.
We talked earlier about the short porch and right, and how Olson's approach here is likely just pull the ball in the air to right, take advantage of that. Well, Rodon hasn't given him anything on the inside half of the plate. Everything's been fastballs away and sliders away.
Yeah, he's no dummy. He knows that approach. Pitching in this ballpark. 1-1 to Olson is down. 2 balls and a strike. Like you mentioned, Olson's put up some big numbers in this ballpark, and I'm sure a lot of that just following that exact same approach. 314 down the right field line. And unlike a lot of other ballparks that might be short down the line where the wall just immediately goes back, this one doesn't at all. 2-1 is high. This one comes off the pole and pretty much lays flat out into right center field and doesn't come too far off of that 314 distance down the line.
I think that 314 is a bit optimistic, honestly.
Think it's shorter than that?
I do.
It plays that way. Hitters count for Olson. 3-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Good slider away. And a 3-2 count for Olson. Should he reach, Riley would come to the plate.
This stadium is orientated exactly the same way as the old one. And there were so many homers at the beginning, they conducted a wind study to see if they needed to fix the wind. They were worried that it was going to be an unplayable ballpark.
3-2. And he hits one well out to right field. Going back to the wall now. Soto, you ready for that? A 2-run homer. Right into the first row for Matt Olson. A 2-run shot. RBIs 39 and 40. And it's 7-1 Braves. That's the approach. He was able to execute it and got exactly the result we're talking about.
If these numbers are correct, that only came off the bat at 90 miles an hour.
I believe it.
That's probably going to be a home run in 1 or 2 parks out of 30. And that's why Matt Olson loves playing here in the Bronx.
7-1 Braves in the 4th. They have jumped all over Carlos Rodon. Here's Austin Riley. Riley takes the ball low. Well, a lot of teams might come in here and complain about some of these balls that drift over the wall, but it sure is fun when they go your way. You can take advantage of that short porch and right. 1-0 to Riley. Right on it, fouled it straight back.
Correction, the pitch velocity was 90. The exit velocity was 96. Still not likely a home run in just about every ballpark.
Right.
But it counts for 2 runs here.
7-1 Atlanta. 10 hits in the ball game. Riley takes the ball up and in. And for Matt, his 12th home run of the season. Riley has already gone deep in the ball game. The Braves have 3 homers in the contest. Riley takes the ball inside. What do you got for ballparks out of 30 that would have been a home run in?
Surprising, 8 out of 30.
Is that right?
Yeah.
3-1 pitch. Missed inside, and there's ball 4. Cincinnati's got to be on the list.
Yes. Wow. Philly, makes sense. Small park. Dodger Stadium, Angel Stadium, Houston. Detroit, probably the most surprising to me. I always think of that as a pitcher's park.
Right.
And then the Rogers Center as well.
Yoendris Gomez is tossing in the Yankees bullpen. Now visiting the mound. As pitching coach Matt Blake is out there visiting with Carlos Rodon. Let me tell you where the last place Blake wants to be right now. It's on the mound visiting with his pitcher with a weary bullpen on the other side of the right field wall in the 4th inning.
Him and Aaron Boone have likely worn a path from the first base dugout out to the mound here these past 3 days. Well, the long games they've had with a lot of pitching changes. before the Yankees called up 2 relievers, they only had one guy in that bullpen of 8 guys that had more than 1 day of rest. The Braves have all 5 of their best late inning guys with 2 days of rest.
That bodes well not just for tonight, but the entire series. Braves leading 7-1 in the top of the 4th inning. Sean Murphy to the plate with a runner at first and 2 down. And Murphy takes a called strike. Well, something that we've seen a lot of here lately, and especially here tonight, is the Braves coming in with base hits with runners in scoring position. And, of course, we're talking ad nauseum about the drought the Braves are in with runners on base. 0-1 pitch, there's a called strike. But not only have those numbers turned around in the last week and a half, it's also turned around with 2 outs in an inning. Lots of 2-out base hits with runners in scoring position. Like you said, that wins you a ton of ball games. 2 to Murphy. A little bit low.
Yeah, you knew it was going to turn around with the quality of these hitters and how hard they hit the ball. You're just not going to keep them down for 6 straight months. So it looks like perhaps we've turned that corner here. Got some more fun baseball to watch.
The 1-2 pitch. A ground ball foul over by the Braves dugout. This is a Yankee team that came into the series with the best record in the league. But you would not know that watching them for the last week and a half. They've given up a ton of runs, and they haven't scored many themselves. 1-2, a ground ball down the left field line, a fair ball. That's going to continue to roll down the line into the corner to third base, and now coming to the plate, Riley. Struggling with it, Jahmai Jones in left field. Heading to third base, Murphy. It's a triple at least right now. The run scores, and it's 8-1. And for Jahmai Jones, it's like he was blindfolded out in left field. You can hear the boos as they pour out onto the field for their left fielder. And keep in mind, Jahmai Jones not all that experienced with left field.
Carlos Rodon didn't even go back up the base. He's so frustrated. That's a cardinal sin of a pitcher. Just bad body language. It's the ultimate sign of frustration, not even doing your responsibilities on the field.
Here comes Aaron Boone. That'll be it for Carlos Rodon. The Braves bombed Rodon. And on top, 8-1. He did not have a single inning where he hung up a 0 up on the board. And the Yankees make the call to the bullpen, brought to you by Simply Sports CBD. How do you spell relief? CBD. Proud partner of your Atlanta Braves and athletes everywhere. Available at all 6 Georgia M Company locations. We'll introduce you to the new Yankee hurler when we come back. It's all Atlanta. 8-1 Braves in the 4th.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota. Let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota RAV4. Offer valid through July 1st, 2024. 0 down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 finance. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Hey Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you could trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Make your 2024 summer unforgettable when you stay at Omni Atlanta Hotel at Centennial Park in downtown Atlanta. Score big with special inclusions like tickets to the Georgia Aquarium and more. Book now at omnihotels.com/summeratl.
Joe Ham here. Braves have the best lineup in baseball, and we have the best lineup on radio. Tune in every morning, Monday through Friday, to the Locker Room on 680 The Fan and 680 The Fan app.
Top of the 4th, Braves lead at 8-1. An absolute onslaught of base hits and home runs against Carlos Rodon. He only goes 3 2/3, which is not what this Yankees bullpen was hoping for. They've been overworked these last 2 days. Next in the game, just called up from AAA today, Yoendrys Gomez, his right-handed pitcher, called up from Scranton Wilkes Barre. Second time with the team this year. He's only thrown 1 inning, but it was a good one. He had 3 strikeouts against San Diego.
Yeah, he's looking for the final out of the inning. Climbing in, Adam Duvall. For Rodon, that is his shortest outing of the year. We mentioned earlier how in his first 15 starts of the season, he'd gone 6 innings or more 10 times. So he's been used to going deep in ball game. Not tonight. Braves knock him out as he goes running for cover here in the 4th inning. Pitch on the way to Adam Duvall. And Frisbee's over for a called strike. Showed him a first pitch sweeper. 8 runs on 11 hits for the Braves. 1 run on 1 hit for the Yankees. And by the way, we got a scoring update on that Murphy ball as he stands at third base. 0-1 to Duvall. That'll miss low. They have ruled that was a double by Murphy and an E7 by Jahmai Jones that allowed Riley to score and Murphy to get to third base. So no RBI for Sean Murphy, but it is a double. And the E7 for Jones. 1-1 pitch. Reach and a miss by Duvall. 1-2. Well, for Jones, he probably wanted to crawl under a rock and hide after that error. He was getting booed pretty fiercely here in his home ballpark. But again, playing a position that he's not very familiar with at all. 1-2 for Duvall. Looking to drive in the run here from third base with 2 down. 1-2. Reach and a miss for strike 3. Got it with a sweeper. Easy to see what the weapon of choice is for Gomez. That ends the top of the 4th, but the Braves pick up 3 more runs in the top of the 4th inning and lead it 8-1 going into the bottom of the 4th.
Okay, now everybody in.
I volunteer for the 3rd row. This sacrifice is my destiny. I can curl my legs up like a pretzel, so everybody's suitcases can fit. And, hey, it's actually super nice back here.
Finally, a 3-row SUV where everybody wins. The first ever Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
From joyful occasions to the unexpected, First Franklin Financial makes loans for living, offering fixed rates and flexible terms on loans up to $15,000. The next time you're looking for some extra cash to help make ends meet, come see the friendly Franklin folks or visit us at oneffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation is licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission CFI 215, Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee 5656, MMLS number 141654, not available in North Carolina.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping? To your Tuesday night bowling league?
Woo! That's a turkeys.
Good to go try your luck at bingo.
G32. Bingo!
Good to go to a lumberjack competition.
I'm gonna move my car.
New top-tier Tri-Clean gas from Citgo. The most advanced fuel we've ever made. Now you're good to go.
Digging, grading, tilling, and mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar. The tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at YanmarTractor.com.
We're streaming every game of the Braves 2024 season free on the 680 The Fan app. So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Full house of angry fans here in the Bronx. It is 8-1 Braves here in New York as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. It's the Tidal Wave Auto Spa inning. And Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless 4th inning tonight, then Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutospa.com/Braves. Chris Sale has to be feeling 10 feet tall and bulletproof right now. He's on the mound at Yankee Stadium with a 7-run lead into the bottom of the 4th inning. Facing Soto, Judge, and Stanton here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch on the way from Sale. That'll be sent foul. As I mentioned earlier, this start tonight by Carlos Rodon, his shortest outing of the year, and it's his worst start since September of last year when he had a ball game at Kansas City where he faced 8 batters in the first inning. He didn't get any of them out, and all 8 scored. So outside of that, tonight about as low as Rodon's been in a while. 0-1 pitch sent foul into the seats down the left field line, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, he really depends on being able to throw that four-seam fastball by guys in the top of the zone. He just wasn't able to do that tonight. The Braves hitters were able to get up to it, get good wood on it. I'll tell you what, it's a beautiful thing. 7 out of 9 Braves hitters have hit 3 times before Juan Soto stepped in the box the second time.
That's amazing. That really paints the picture right there. 0-2 to Soto. in the air towards left field, slicing down the line towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. At home run distance, but right outside the foul pole. He'll make a big U-turn, head back up to the plate. The line for Rodon, 3 2/3 of an inning, 8 runs, 7 earned, on 11 hits allowed. He walked 2 and struck out 3. Gave up as many home runs as he had strikeouts. As Albies, Olsen, and Riley all took him deep. A couple of 2-run shots, also a solo shot. 0-2 to Soto. Goodbye. Over the outside corner with a slider, and he locked up Juan Soto, and it's another strikeout for Sale versus Soto.
Yeah, that infuriates me watching Juan Soto complain to the umpire. It's a perfectly executed slider down and away. Go back to the dugout, look at it on the iPad, and you struck out fair and square. It's the same strike zone for you. I'm done.
I was hoping you'd keep going and a strike on Aaron Judge.
I've seen that one too many times.
He's never been the quiet type, that Juan Soto. He's certainly going to argue. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right. Chris Sale out there throwing darts. Hitting bullseye after bullseye. No balls and 2 strikes on Judge. 8-1 Braves. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-2 in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that 7-run lead is really going to free up Chris Sale to just attack these Yankees hitters. A veteran starter like him knows what to do with a big advantage.
He has 5 strikeouts in the ball game. He has 6 strikeouts in the ball game. Swung on a miss by Judge. Changeup gets Aaron Judge. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 4th inning.
It's funny, before this inning I was thinking, with the stuff he has tonight, which is everything's a tick up, only 4 strikeouts, which sounds funny. Only 4 strikeouts doesn't seem like much, and then he punches out the next 2.
There's Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch, a little bit inside with a fastball, 1-0. He's out there to shove. There's no doubt about that. Chris always looking to get out there and be electric. 1-0 pitch on the way. And a big bouncer to third. Playing it on the second hop is Riley. Gathers and throws. He skips the throw over there, but a nice backhanded pick by Olsen, and down they go 1-2-3. Chris Sale has been great. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Braves 8, Yankees 1.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quikrete, it's what we've been doing for over 80 years, making products that give homeowners and contractors the confidence to quickly and easily knock out their to-do list. So, whether you need to set a fence post, make a repair, or replace your patio, you can count on the yellow bag of Quikrete concrete mix to help you get the job done right. Pick up the Quikrete yellow bag at your favorite home improvement center. Quikrete, it's what America's made of.
Jim Chastain here with ASW Distillery. Growing up in Athens, I've been a Braves fan my entire life, and I've got the pictures and Kool-Aid socks to prove it. Fiddler Chin Music Fastball Release is now available in your local stores and available to sample at all 3 ASW Distillery locations. This smooth, weeded release is finished in sweet toasted barrels, specifically selected to be right down the middle for the bourbon drinker in your life. Fiddler Chin Music is easy to spot in its Sunday Reds all over Braves country from ASW Distillery, a proud partner of the Braves.
Hey, it's Matt Chernoff. You can hear us talking Braves baseball 2 to 6 on the Fan, and if you miss any of our show, you can always catch it like Braves baseball on the 680 The Fan app.
Rolling into the top of the 5th inning, but all Braves tonight. 8-1 here at Yankee Stadium. And thanks to that 1-2-3 bottom of the 4th inning, tomorrow is a big day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Going to be a clean inning car wash celebration day tomorrow at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by and get half off their Best Wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. You definitely want to stop in there tomorrow. Take advantage of that great deal. Into the top of the fifth inning, it's Laureano, Arcia, and Kelnick for the Braves. Laureano's had a good night. Couple of doubles. Now he's facing Gomez, the right-hander who took over for the starter Rodon. Laureano takes a ball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Braves got 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 more in the fourth. They have just pounded the Yankees. 1-0 pitch. Laureano with a high fly ball to the left. Jahmai Jones drifting to his left. He's under it. Not the easiest time to look up and find a baseball, but he passes the test and makes the catch out in left field. Just a little bit of daylight left in the sky, and like I mentioned, it's been overcast the entire ball game, so it's just a ceiling of dark gray over the top of the ballpark. Probably a little bit easier here in about 20 minutes once it's completely dark. But he makes the play, and 1 down here in the fifth inning. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. Ball low and outside. And we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Ball and no strikes on Orlando Arcia. Gomez brings it. And Arcia takes a call strike.
Gomez was a starter at AAA Scranton. He last started on the 16th, so he's stretched out. He's probably going to be a length guy for this Yankees bullpen, called up just for this purpose.
Yeah, they need lots of outs out of him, don't they? 1-1, line drive out to Volpe, who goes down to the ground and catches the line drive with the out. And 2 down here in the inning. And Yankee fans thinking, could it actually be? Could it actually happen? A scoreless inning?
Yeah, time of possession squarely on the Braves side tonight.
2 down in the inning. Jared Kelnick up to the plate. Talking with Jared before the game about playing the outfield here. Pitch on the way to Kelnick. There's ball low and outside. Of course, left field here, there's really nothing that stands out about it being ultra challenging, at least when it comes to the dimensions. The challenging part is all the chatter you hear on the other side of the wall. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Kelnick takes the ball outside. I asked him, how venomous are the fans here at Yankee Stadium? And he said, it's not quite as bad as Philadelphia, but it's kind of close. Maybe not on a night like tonight. The Braves are up 8-1. But he said you can definitely hear them coming down on you. A lot of leather lungs out there. Pitch misses low.
Yeah, they're pretty loud and rowdy here, Ben, even to the home players. If you're not playing like they expect you to, they will let you know.
3-0 pitch. A little bit low and outside. There's ball 4. Did they ever let you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's in the Yankees home bullpen here, there's a room inside where you can stay and the fans can't see you. And there's also a nice perch just above the right center field wall where you can sit and watch the game. One of the best views in the stadium. But I was scared to go out there because I would just get harassed by the home fans. Some of the best fans in the world here. They're extremely passionate.
Very much so. Ozzy Albies takes the ball low and inside. Check swing. The appeal only didn't go, says Brennan Miller down at third base. 8-1 Braves, top of the fifth inning. Ozzy's had a big night, a double and a home run, and a 2-run homer on the second pitch of the game. 1-0 from Gomez. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Ozzy.
I would say the Philly visiting fans, probably a little more offensive. When you go as a visiting player.
Right.
I learned a lot of things about my mom in Philadelphia that I never knew before.
2-0 strike on the outside corner.
I didn't know they
knew it all, huh?
They all knew my mom, apparently, when she was younger. But you hear that so much in the major leagues, you just got to learn to block that stuff out.
2 balls and a strike on Ozzy. Gomez brings it. Foul and foul. camera well and ricochets off the railing in front of the camera well down to the end of the Yankee dugout. What other places would you throw towards the top of that list for how venomous fans can be on the road?
San Francisco. Also there, the bullpens used to be right next, like 2 feet from the spectators. And I played there in the World Series, and man, they were mean.
Tudazi, that's outside.
Seattle can get pretty rowdy because, again, the fans are extremely close to you. Really, anywhere they have Google and they can look up your wife's name and your kid's name, and Google has been terrible for baseball players.
Yes, it has. Brutal for the bullpen guys. 3-2 pitch, count it goes. There's ball 4. So back-to-back 2-out walks. And the Braves at it again. Look who's coming up. It's Marcell Ozuna.
Yeah, New York City, if the Yankees are playing well, probably the best place to play. They love you. They adore you. You're not going to buy a drink anywhere. You know, you're going to get a bunch of free dinners. If you're playing poorly, they'll boo you right out of here, bud.
I believe it. Marcell Ozuna is 0 for 3. He's about the only guy who hadn't gotten in on the party tonight. Waiting on Gomez on the first pitch to Ozuna. Big lunging miss. Over the top of the sweeper. No balls and a strike for Marcell. Like we mentioned earlier, leading the league in RBIs. And he's had multiple opportunities to add to that total tonight. He's got a couple of groundouts to shorten a strikeout. He bats with runners at first and second and 2 down. 0-1 pitch. Back at a miss, 0-2.
Going back to that aggressive fan discussion, I can't believe I forgot Toronto. You know, it's a nation of hockey fans, so it's a different breed up there.
Really rowdy.
Oh, man. Had more than a few beers land very close to me there. Why do you waste a $12 beer throwing it at me?
I don't know.
Fill it up with water and then throw it.
Good point. Must have really made him mad. 0-2 to Ozuna. Low and outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Braves with 11 base hits of the ball game, leading 8-1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Kelenic at second, Albies at first. Ozuna waiting on the 1-2 pitch. Gomez deals. And a reach and a miss by Ozuna. Got him with a sweeper. Ozuna, the only guy who hasn't enjoyed himself tonight at Yankee Stadium. For the first time in the ball game, the Braves are turned away. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, 8-1 Braves.
Nothing matches the drive of Braves country. From the energy of the crowd to our passion for the open road. That's why Napa has all your automotive bases covered with the solutions you need to keep moving. With nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. And as a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves, we're here to make sure that drive never stops.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you could trust the pros at Aero Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Aero protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com.
The Instant 50 ends June 30th, so be quick and play Quick Win. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day.
Hey, it's the Frozen Rope, Kevin McAlpin. Make sure you subscribe to my weekly Braves podcast for all the latest on your Atlanta Braves at thepodcastpark.com or wherever you get podcasts.
Braves leading the Yankees 8-1 into the bottom of the 5th inning. Ben, Darren, and Jay Chad with you. For the Yankees here in the bottom of the 5th inning, going to be Jones, LeMahieu, and Trevino up to the plate. Jones has been the only ray of hope, at least from the offensive side of things for the Yankees tonight. He had a one-out triple back at the 2nd inning and scored on a ground out by DJ LeMahieu. And that has been the only run versus Chris Sale tonight. Chris has 6 strikeouts. He's walked 1. And a ball outside to get things started versus Jemiah Jones. Aaron Boone is the manager of the Yankees. He's in his 7th season as the manager here. He hasn't had a losing season yet. In fact, the last time the Yankees finished with a losing record in a season, way back in 1992. 1-0 pitch in for a called strike. That was 32 years ago. And they came close to losing that streak a couple of years back, but finished 2 games over 500. They'd have to go back to 92 to find the last time they finished with a losing record. 1-1 pitch, and Jones with a check swing didn't go. 2 balls and a strike. Of course, for Aaron Boone, he comes from a great baseball family. His dad, Bob, a great catcher for a long time. Grandfather Ray, his brother Brett. Even had an uncle who played in the NHL, so a very athletic family. There's a ball outside. And for Aaron Boone, a 12-year major league career. Played for 6 teams, including the Yankees 1 year. Hit that memorable home run in Game 7 of the ALCS to beat the Red Sox, advance to the World Series. 3-1 will be fouled off, and that's up into the seats for a foul ball, 3-2. But there's a really funny story about Boone and, of course, the sibling rivalry that you would expect when you have an older brother who also played in the big leagues. And the story goes for Aaron, he was originally drafted by the Reds. That was back in 1994, coming out of USC. And in 1997, his older brother, Brett, was already in the big leagues, and he was with the Reds. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way to Jemiah Jones. And Jones fouls one back. So you had big brother Brett at the big league level with the Reds, and little brother Aaron, who was a minor leaguer with the Reds. And in 1997, Aaron Boone was told he was going to the big leagues. And he was thinking about to himself, this is going to be amazing. Not only am I in the big leagues, I'm going to be teammates with my brother on a big league team. 3-2 pitch, low and inside. There's a leadoff walk to Jones here in the 5th inning. So Aaron was trying to get to the big leagues to be teammates with his brother. June of that year, he finally got to call to the big leagues, and he's going to be teammates with his brother, right? Wrong. The corresponding move, Brett was sent down to the minor leagues. So the younger brother came up to the big leagues, and the older brother was sent down to the minors. And the older brother, of course, made it back up to the big leagues not too long after that. And they're eventually teammates. There's a called strike on DJ LeMahieu.
That's cold-blooded.
It is, isn't it?
That's a Marge shot kind of move. Remember her and her St. Bernard?
Had the St. Bernard at the ball game. Might have been the original bark in the park. Talking about the St. Bernard. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Check swing. And he didn't go. 1-1. Braves are in the bottom of the 5th. There's the 76th pitch of the night from Chris Sale. Looked like a good pitch, but doesn't get the call from Mark Ripperger.
This is about as big of a bat as you can have in an 8-1 game. DJ LeMahieu, one of the only Yankees having success against Chris Sale. 7 for 10 in his career with 3 taters. So, big out here, right here.
0 for 1 with the ground out to second. 2-1 pitch, low and inside, 3-1. He's only hitting 197. But you know what LeMahieu has been in his career. Always been a much better hitter than that. Of course, he's got a couple of batting titles, one in each league. Did it with the Rockies a few years back before coming here. 3-1 pitch, there's a called strike. Fastball in the inside corner. Fans will groan, but that was a good call. Upside, ball 4. Just away with a fastball. So back-to-back walks for Sale. Only had 1 walk in the first 4 innings of the ball game. And like we were discussing earlier, Darren, you don't see too many free passes issued by Sale, but especially back-to-back.
Yeah, he's usually pretty stingy with those free passes. Only a 4% walk rate this season. I think he's only walked more than 2 guys once or twice thus far through his 13 games started. So pretty uncharacteristic, Chris Sale.
Rick Kranich with a quick visit out there to the mound. Slow it all down a little bit. Rick walking back down the steps of the third base dugout. Climbing in Jose Trevino. He's over 1 with a ground out. Be a good time to see one of those. Maybe turn 2. This is getting towards the bottom of the order as Trevino bats 7th of the order. Sale's 80th pitch of the ball game. Strike. Fastball in the outside corner. LeMahieu at first, Jones at second. Plants to second for Sale on the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss inside, 1-1. Jose Trevino's got some thump now, 8 home runs on the year, and a .255 average. Sale ball in a red glove right there at his belly. On a 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Pretty good slider there at the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, he's really increased the usage of that slider this season, and for me watching him, it feels like he's got better command of that slider than he does of any of his other pitches, which is what an advantage because it's got so much movement on it. Even in disadvantaged counts, you can just chuck that in the strike zone.
See if we can get a swing and a miss with it right here. 1-2 pitch. Little pop up. Coming back now, Murphy, and that's out of play. Lands in the seats down in front of us.
Chris Sale's average slider moves about 10.5, 11 inches. His fastball moves 14.5, 15 inches the other way. So that's what batters are trying to deal with, is a 25-inch spread on those pitches. The plate's only 17 inches wide, so you really have a lot of real estate to defend against Chris Sale, and that's what makes him so tough to square up.
1-2. Out off, up and to our right. Breezy night, and certainly breezy on the playing surface. In fact, these last 2 pitches for Sale, right as it comes set, and he's still out there. The wind is rippling his pant legs and the sleeves of his uniform. Trying to put away Trevino. 1-2. A little bit low with a sinker. Two balls and 2 strikes on Trevino. Pitch, down he goes. Wiped him out with a slider. And we go back to that pitch you were talking about and use it for out number 1.
Yeah, beautifully executed back foot slider. The hitter sees it as a strike right down the middle, and then it breaks right towards his right toe. Tough to get any kind of wood on.
Ben Rice to the plate. And look, if you're going to have back-to-back walks against this Yankee team, you don't want to do it at all. But if you're going to do it against the bottom of the order. As the 5 and 6 hitters were both walked. There's a front door breaking ball for a called strike. He was able to strike out Trevino, now facing a number 8 hitter in Ben Rice, who is over 1 with a strikeout. Rice, a left-handed hitter. 0-1 pitch, low and outside with a slider. To be very unpopular amongst his friends growing up. He's from Massachusetts, yet he grew up a Yankees fan. Might have been bullied for that, but he's gotten the last laugh now in the big leagues with the team that he grew up admiring. Ben Rice, 1-1 pitch. And he waits on it and hits one of the air to right field. Coming along now, Laureano is under it, makes the catch, and the runners hold. So after the back-to-back walks, a strikeout and a flyout before Oswaldo Cabrera climbs in. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Chris Sale looking for another scoreless inning. He's leading 8-1 as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Braves with 8 runs on 11 hits. Yankees 1 run, 1 hit. They've also committed an error. And the number 9 hitter Cabrera up to the plate. Switch hitting second baseman. Takes a look at a pitch, and it's a first pitch slider for a strike. 5 home runs this year. Slightly open stance in the right-hand batter's box. Shifting his weight back and forth. 0-1 pitch. And a ground ball foul on the third baseline. Bounces right behind Louis Rojas, their third base coach. Travis Chapman across the way at first base for the Yankees.
Ben, I went to high school with Travis Chapman.
Down in Florida?
He's a Jacksonvillian, just like me. A few years older than me, but a good player. Went to play at Mississippi State. Worked his way all the way up through the Yankees minor leagues to get that first base coach's job.
Do you want to manage one day?
I don't know, but I would imagine so.
Think so, wouldn't you? He was a good hitter. 0-2 for Cabrera. Sale deals. Outside, Murphy shot up like he was going to throw a snap throw down to second. No one covering the bag. He was trying to keep an eye on Jemiah Jones. 8-1 Braves, bottom of the 5th. Waldo Cabrera, 233 average. Bouncing the bat up and down at his right shoulder. 1-2. Little tapper foul. Pulls back across the NY logo that's painted with white paint on the grass back behind the batter's circle. Sale rubs up a brand new Pearl. He's up to 93 pitches. He continues to work here in the 5th inning. So he's fired a lot of bullets in this ball game, but has a 7-run lead. 1-2. Likes that off foul, bouncing down the first baseline.
Yeah, that NY is beautifully painted. As you would expect, this is one of the best playing surfaces in the league. You won't hear many complaints about the infield or the outfield grass, and you definitely won't hear any complaints about the mounds. These are for my money, these are the best mounds in the major leagues. This is what every mound should be like.
The game mound and the bullpen mound.
All of them. They're spectacular.
1-2. Adios, amigo. Swings and misses at a fastball. Chris Sale picks up another strikeout. He's at 95 pitches. He's been very good through 5 innings. We head to the top of the 6th inning, 8-1 Braves.
The Aloft at the Battery Atlanta, a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves, is located at the center of all the excitement. Whether you are in town for work or pleasure, we can meet all your travel needs. Come experience a unique blend of food, drinks, and entertainment, all located within the Aloft Hotel. Afterwards, wind down in your spacious, vibrant guest room packed with amenities you can't miss out on. Enjoy the Battery Atlanta experience by making the Aloft your home base, where we are committed to safety and cleanliness. Aloft Hotels, different by design.
Do summer projects your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. With free delivery on over 2 million items, you can make the most of summer grilling and dig into gardening. Plus, get same-day delivery on thousands of products like power tools and storage to tackle any last-minute garage project. Summer your way with 4th of July savings from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Order select and stock items by 4 p.m. subject to availability.
With us today, a developer from SeatGeek. Quick question. My son's wedding clashes with the baseball game. Do you have an innovation to make him reschedule the wedding?
No, but you can sell your tickets on SeatGeek.
Interesting. What about selling a wedding invitation? I'm joking. Maybe. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Buy and sell Atlanta Braves tickets on SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey folks, Home Team here. When you start the morning, start with the Braves, Braves Talk, and the Locker Room, 6 to 10, your morning drive on the Fan and the 680 The Fan app.
Rolling right along into the top of the 6th inning. It's an 8-1 lead for the Braves. It'll be Olsen, Riley, and Murphy coming up. That's good news for Dakota Rushing, as this is the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And if the Braves hit a homer here in the top of the 6th inning, then Dakota Rushing from Kennesaw, Georgia, owing $3,100. And if you'd like to enter your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. We're pulling for Dakota Rushing. If Braves get her 3,100 big ones. Nets stayed red hot. They beat the Cubs today at Wrigley 11-1. Nets have been on fire. Matt Olson climbs in. Getting a look at Gomez. First pitch misses a little bit low. Let's see, so the Mets win that ball game today. Well, they've won like 7 of their last 8, I believe. They just lost yesterday. Well, the first loss in a while. 1-0 pitch will miss inside.
To be honest, I didn't see that coming.
I don't know if they did either, to be quite honest. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. That takes a strike. Daysbel Hernandez tossing for the Braves in the bullpen. Phillies are at home tonight against the Diamondbacks. And Arizona doing tonight what they did last year in October, winning in Philadelphia. They have a 4-2 lead in the top of the 7th at Citizens Bank Park. Olson strokes one hard up the middle, but gloved by Anthony Volpe on the other end. He gloves and throws over to first base for the out. They had him played perfectly to his left and almost directly up the middle. One down here in the 6th inning.
Gomez has really calmed this game down for the Yankees, throwing a lot of sweepers. That's a pitch that the Yankees teach at a very young age in their system. The breaking ball that they've chosen to teach their young kids who maybe didn't have a good traditional slider or a curveball.
He's got a good one. Wilson Riley takes ball low and outside. By the way, to correct that note, Mets have won 8 of their last 9. 1 ball and no strikes on Riley. Austin's been on base 3 times. A couple of walks, also a homer. 1-0 pitch. He's on again. A little bouncer through the right side. That had eyes. And it rolls into right field for a base hit. Riley's on for the 4th time in the ball game. That's his 2nd knock of the night. He's been seeing it so well.
Yeah, he's making up for lost time there. Took him a little bit of time to readjust to game speed. As we mentioned, he missed a couple weeks with the injury. So now he's back and he's seeing it. He's enjoying what he's seeing now in the box.
He's hitting about .530 in his last 6 games.
Is that good?
Pretty good. That'll work. Here's Sean Murphy. He doubled in his last trip to the plate. Murphy swings and fouls one back. 0-1. And base hit by Riley, the 12th of the ball game for the Braves. Leading by 7 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. We've likely seen the end of Chris Sale for the evening. 0-1 to Murphy. It's a little bit low, 1-1. But for Sale, against this lineup, it's hard to have a low pitch count. These guys will work you, even when you're out there leading by a comfortable margin. He's at 95 pitches through 5 innings. 1-1, and there's a shot through the left side for a base hit. Murphy with his 2nd base hit of the ball game, a single to put Riley down at 2nd base. And that's the 13th base hit of the ball game for the Braves.
That's a good point you made, Ben. The first time through the lineup, the Yankees, it was kind of good morning, good afternoon, good night from Chris Sale. And then in that 2nd time, they went to battling. Mm-hmm. And they fouled off a lot of good pitches and made them really work for those outs.
He's hoping to win against the Yankees for, what do we say, the first time since 2018? Mm-hmm. And the thing that this has in common, that all those outings years ago had in common, he's healthy now. Adam Duvall sees that one bounce in front of the plate. Back in is stopped by Trevino. It's got to be a great feeling to have a lead like this. Be pitching the way that Chris was and doing it in this ballpark on that mound under these lights. What a stage. Grand stage indeed, that's for sure. 1 ball and no strikes for Duvall. And Adam hits one way up in the air to center field. Aaron Judge slightly to his right. He's under it. And makes the catch and a runner's hold. It's medium depth center field. Hit a mile high. And 2 down here in the 6th inning. So it's up to Ramon Laureano. If Dakota Rushing in Kennesaw is going to be a winner tonight in the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. Had a big night, 2 for 3. Really the only person, like we mentioned earlier, hasn't had a big night. Marcell Ozuna, and you probably throw Orlando Arcia on that list as well. As Neither of those guys have collected a base hit yet, but everybody else pretty much has. It's driven foul. Kelnick has 2 hits. Albies has 2 hits. Olsen has 2 hits. Riley has 2. Murphy has 2. Duvall has 1. And Laureano has 2. Everybody hitting tonight. Nothing in 1 on Laureano. 0-1 pitch. 0-1 outside, 1-1. Braves 10 games over 500 against American League teams this year, 20-10. The AL a lot. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, back to the sweeper. More success with that pitch for Gomez. Yankees 12-6 against the National League this year. Gomez looking in, comes set, right of the chest. 1-2 to Laureano, way outside. Overcooked a slider. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reliever Gomez has fired 38 pitches, 19 balls, 19 strikes. Runners take their leads at first and second. Now the 2-2 to Laureano. He bounces one out to third. That's LeMahieu's neighborhood. He's got it. Throws down to second. And they get the incoming Sean Murphy. That's out number 3. And the Braves are silenced for just the second time of the ball game. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We're off to the bottom of the 6th inning. 8-1 Braves.
A musician with technical knowledge can play all the right notes. But one who cares enough to play from the heart gives music soul. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Because when you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Start feeling unstoppable. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
The laundry room. Until we got Xfinity, this was the only place to get a good Wi-Fi connection. But now we have Wi-Fi all over the house. So, you're probably wondering why I'm still hanging out in here. Well, the truth is, it's warm in here. And I like the smell of dryer sheets.
Get out of here, weirdo. Get wall-to-wall Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary.
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission, to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
I'm Cortland spokespug Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next level communities. Go Braves!
So when you want the Braves on demand, just tap that 680 The Fan app.
So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Moving on to the bottom of the 6th. Chris Sale's day is done after 5 innings pitched, 8 Ks, 3 walks. On to relieve him, Daysbel Hernandez. He enters into an 8-1 ball game. Daysbel's been good. He had 2 scoreless innings against Detroit with 4 strikeouts, contributed to the 10 2/3 scoreless the Braves bullpen as a collective threw. Daysbel's only thrown 5 outings this season. They've all been scoreless, 1 inning. He's a big-time arm, high 90s heater, and slider.
Yeah, I like watching him throw his fastball.
Gonna have his hands full here. Volpe, Soto, Judge.
Got an 8-1 lead. Braves have out-hit the Yankees 13-1. Anthony Volpe climbs in, takes fastball high. Fastball at 96. Daysbel Hernandez out of Sandino, Cuba. 27-year-old righty. 1-0 pitch. Just outside with a fastball. 2 balls and no strikes for Hernandez versus Volpe. Volpe with a walk, and he was caught stealing in the first inning. Outside of that, a line out to first. He swings and misses. Fastball by him from Hernandez.
don't know about you, Ben, but in this building, I feel like no lead is safe.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a big inning here for Hernandez, getting through the top of this lineup.
Wave and a miss there at the fastball. If he could find a way to put him to bed here in the 6th inning, it really set a tone, and maybe the Yankees would quiet down after that. But you know how electric this lineup can be, and if they get something going, they can stay at it for a while. It'll be fouled off. Like we mentioned, they come in leading the league or top 5 in the league in just about every offensive category.
The stadium's been very quiet all night. Braves bats have been doing that to them, except for the boos. Those were pretty loud.
2 fouled off. Well, when it's this quiet this long, you don't expect it to last, do you? Just used to the opposite of happening.
Yeah. There's a Yankee Stadium effect here. Some guys come in here and they have trouble pitching here just because of the legacy here.
2 fouled back into the screen.
That screen wasn't there. That might have been my chance.
That was close.
That catching one.
That was, it had the right trajectory. It just clipped the very top of the screen. 2-2 on Volpe. Righty-righty matchup. 2 pitch, low and outside. Trying a slider, not a very good one. At a 3-2 count. Braves can hold on to this lead. They've got a 7-run lead and turn this into a win. 3-2, cracked way up in the air to center field. Drifting in now, Jared Kelenic. Kelenic under it, looking up into the New York sky. Makes a one-handed catch. And one down in the 6th inning. Finishing that thought, as Chris Sale is the pitcher of record, going 5 innings, giving up 1 run on 1 hit, 3 walks and 8 strikeouts. If he wins tonight, that would be career win number 130 for Sale. Juan Soto is digging in. He's happy to see anybody other than Sale. Soto takes the ball low and inside. I think the perfect point that you made earlier was how Soto, not only does he have a lot of success, he's just hard to strike out. And yet Sale has cracked his code not just tonight, but throughout his career. A bunch of strikeouts against him. 2 more tonight. 1-0 to Soto. Missed inside, 2-0.
Yeah, he's now 1 for 7 against Chris Sale with 6 punch-outs.
Love to know what the 1 was. Maybe just a single?
I think so.
2-0 fouled back, 2-1. Chatting with some of the Yankee broadcasters before the game, I thought they put it well when describing Soto's at-bats. Now he can wear a pitcher down, and there to capitalize on that, the man right behind him. There's a big swing and a miss. I think it was Susan who said, watching Soto come to the plate, it's like a 3-part play. I thought that was a perfect description.
We'd be right at home a couple blocks from our hotel over there on Broadway.
Certainly likes to play to the crowd, and is always going after pitchers. 2-2, a little bit low, 3-2. Would you say that Soto is one of the more unpopular players in the league for opposing pitchers?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. It's a hard game.
3-2, got him. Top shelf fastball, 99. And Daysville got Soto to go after it, and he caught the breeze with that swing and miss.
He's obviously very talented, a great player, generational talent. Just let your plan do the talking. That's the way I see it. That was 99 right at about his nose. You don't see him go up there and try to get that one too much.
Not at all. 2 down for Judge. First pitch strike. So Daysville Hernandez muzzles Juan Soto with that high fastball. You don't see that too much either. 0-1 on Aaron Judge. The swing and miss, 0-2. I think Will Smith sends Juan Soto a Christmas card.
Will's one of my best friends, and I know if he's sending him anything, it's not a Christmas card.
2 a little bit low, 1-2.
Maybe a glitter bomb or some of his dog's waste product.
That's the thing, he would.
He would.
0-2 pitch. Hit well. Deep center field. Kelenic drifting back to the deepest part of the yard, and he makes the catch in center field. That died out there in deep center. Down go the Yankees. 1-2-3. Good inning for Daysmo Hernandez. We played 6. We're off to the 7th. Braves leading 8-1.
Everything changes with the passage of time. One generation takes the place of the next. Businesses come and go, and some remain and grow. At Marietta Toyota, we've grown with the community, but one thing has always remained constant: better service, people, smiles, and fun. The stylish 2024 Camrys are on the lot and available today. Marietta Toyota, we've been here. We're going to be here for you.
Hey Braves fans, Snit here. Tired of surprises on your natural gas bill? Say hello to One Price Plan, the game changer you've been waiting for. You make the same monthly payment all year long with no deposits and no surprises. So when you're ready to knock it out of the park with your natural gas service, choose top-rated Gas South, official sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Join countless satisfied customers today. Gas South, the difference is good.
Sign up using promo code BRAVES and get $100 in bill credits.
We're almost halfway through baseball season, and there's no better time to build your collection of Topps trading cards. Topps packs feature everything from top stars, rookies, game-used memorabilia, and autographs from players around the league, as well as special inserts and surprises. Visit your local hobby shop, retailers, and Topps.com to collect the newest product of the season, Topps Baseball Series 2. Follow @Topps on social media to join the conversation and start sharing your collection today.
Hey, it's Chris Camino, and we all win because you can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball only on The Fan.
Braves 8, Yankees 1 into the top of the 7th inning. Folks, it's bold flavor. Something you're after, grab a bottle or 10 of the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. The official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. Great to be with you tonight. Hope you had a good week. Roll it into the weekend. I know this starts off your weekend in a pretty good fashion. Braves on top 8-1 into the top of the 7th. Looking to take the first game of this series. Seen some Braves fans here tonight, so always good when we see Braves fans make the trip. Catch the Braves on the road. Orlando Arcia leading it off. This is still the right-hander Yoendry Gomez on the mound. There's a called strike on Arcia. Orlando trying to join the rest of the bunch. He's 0 for 3. Put the ball in play 3 times. Nothing to show for his efforts, though. Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way from Gomez. And he hits one towards left field in the air. Jemiah Jones backpedals, makes the catch. And one down here in the 7th inning. Coming into this ball game, we're talking about this pitching matchup. 2 lefties, Sale for the Braves, Rodon for the Yankees. And what we ended up seeing, for Sale's side of things, I don't think you would have been surprised. Just 1 run allowed. Now, we're used to seeing him go deeper in ball games, but that's the Yankees. They're going to make you fire some bullets. And it goes 5. What we didn't expect, as hot as the Braves' bats have been, was for Carlos Rodon to have the shortest start of his season. There's a ball outside of Kelenic. That really gives you an indicator of what this lineup is, doesn't it?
Sure does. And what a way to start it. 2 pitches in, 2 runs given up for Rodon.
1-0 to Kelenic. He swings and misses. I mean, the second they say play ball, you're on it.
Kelenic looks, to me, very comfortable in the leadoff spot. And I say that some guys like the attention of hitting in that leadoff spot, to being the table setter, and he seems like a guy who's not scared of that spotlight, and he's thriving, he's relishing the opportunity to hit up there.
A couple of base hits against the lefty Rodon tonight. 1-1 fouled off.
He set the table with the first pitch of the game, single the other way, nice piece of hitting, didn't try to do too much. Ozzy comes up next pitch, big blast. You're down 2-0 before you even break a sweat. And that really set the tone for the rest of the night.
Waiting on the 1-2. And he fouls it off. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like he's at a level now where the decision makers for the Braves, Alex and others, would say, okay, yeah, we'd like to add an outfielder, but maybe it's not quite as important that it can be a guy that we used to hit leadoff? I think that could be his role the rest of the year?
You know, the talent was never the question with Kelenic. It was just unlocking that talent. Now we're seeing that play. I do think the Braves will probably look for another outfielder. It'll all be about, you know, the cost, what it's going to cost them in prospects.
Here it chokes up a little bit. And a 1-2 pitch. He hits one hard out towards center. Aaron Judge going back, still back. He's to the warning track and runs it down with an over-the-shoulder catch right in front of the wall. Jarrett squared it up and hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark.
I mean, even his 2 outs tonight have been line drives to the warning track. Or I guess that was more of a fly ball. But even when he's getting out right now, he's hitting it hard. And so you put that guy in the front of the lineup, especially tonight, like I mentioned earlier, against a tough lefty, and you still have the confidence in him to put him in there. That's only going to do good things for him.
Yeah. And if he can be that the rest of the year, well, that really goes a long way towards what you're looking at the deadline. Ozzie takes the ball outside because, like you and I were saying, and we both agree, I think the Braves would like to add an outfielder.
Yeah.
But about a week or two ago, you might have said, well, not only does it need to be an outfielder, it needs to be somebody who can hit leadoff.
Yeah.
Now maybe not quite the concern that it was. Just need an outfielder in general. Swing and a miss by Ozzie, and it's a 1-1 count.
And he can run, too. He can play center field, and he can steal bases. He just hasn't. The Braves, I believe, are going to start running a little bit more when they have the opportunities and when the moment calls for it. And he's one of those guys that could really do that.
1-1 to Ozzie. Count off 1-2. Coming up, it'll be the 7th inning stretch brought to you by the Warrior Alliance, going to bat for veterans and their families by helping them navigate success after military service. To learn more, go to thewarrioralliance.org. 8-1 Braves, top of the 7th inning. 1-2 to Albies. That just about took his leg out from under him. Came low and in with a pretty good curveball, but a 2-2 count now.
The trade deadline to me is one of the most exciting times of the year. And Alex Anthopoulos has a great history at the trade deadline. He actually has a really cool article out there. Just Google it, check it out, explaining his thought process as he moves through that.
2, he blew it by Ozzie. He struck him out with a changeup. And down go the Braves, 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th inning. It's the first time all night the Braves have gone down in order. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Braves 8, Yankees 1.
City of Hope. We're more than just a top-ranked cancer hospital. For over 100 years, we've been making breakthroughs, pushing the limits of what's possible, targeting cancer at the molecular level, pioneering treatments used worldwide. At City of Hope, your entire cancer-fighting team is bound together by a single mission: to cure your cancer. And now City of Hope is closer than ever, providing patients in Metro Atlanta the cancer care they deserve. Learn more at cityofhope.org.
Oh, Braves!
Yeah.
Did you see that tire discounter steal?
Back in my day, when my Braves hit a homer, I was honored just to pencil in a little square on my score sheet.
I remember.
Now, Tire Discounters comes to town, and these nut jobs give you a bunch of cash off a set of 4 fancy Goodyear or Cooper tires.
With every Braves homer.
Plus that free alignment and now a free oil change. We're all getting soft, I tell you. Soft.
I know, Gramps.
This is for anyone doing plumbing, pipe fitting, or HVAC work. If you're not making $53 an hour total package, including health insurance, benefits, and a retirement pension, we want to talk to you. We're the plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR techs of UA72, and we've got a job for you. Safe conditions, working with great people in Metro Atlanta. Visit UA72.org. Click Join Us and we'll send you a list of openings right now. UA72.org.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Aggressive enough to wake up your taste buds without overpowering your meal. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold.
Hey Braves country, it's Nick Cellini from Cellini and Domino. Weekdays 11 to 2, right here on your home of the Braves, The Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM, and The Fan app.
Bottom 7, Braves lead 8-1. We're going to have a little fun with numbers here. Next reliever has pitched in 23 games, record of 1-1. Has a 1.21 ERA, 29 innings pitched, and 24 strikeouts. To me, that line, especially that 1.21 ERA stands out. Hasn't allowed a run in 13 1/3 innings either. It's the longest active streak in the major leagues. To me, that sounds like the line of an all-star.
It does.
Well, coming into pitch is the ageless wonder, Jesse Chavez, 40 years old, 6'1", 180, soaking wet. But I think it's time that he's rewarded with a trip to the All-Star game for his lengthy career and his sustained excellence.
Can you imagine? 17 years in the big leagues. He's 40 years old. If you were to go to the All-Star game this year for the first time.
It would be awesome.
That would be great.
Not a lot of middle relievers get to go. I was lucky I got to go to one game. But you really have to do it year after year after year. And I think Chavez has done that for the Braves only, absolutely nobody else. He pitches, he stinks with the other team, so he gets to come back to the Braves. But if you have a chance to get out and vote for him, that'd be awesome. I'm sorry, pitchers don't get voted on, right?
Well, if they could, I have no doubt the Braves country would overwhelm the ballot boxes with Jesse Chavez votes.
Yeah, he's the heartbeat of that bullpen. That's been so good this year. And, a valuable teammate here and also still a great pitcher. So we'll see what he can do here in the bottom of the seventh. He's going to have Stanton, Jones, and LeMahieu. Let's see if he can get Jones out.
It's my Jones, been on base twice. He's the only guy in their lineup who can say that. I wouldn't have guessed that'd be the case tonight. This game is something else. Braves have out-hit the Yankees 13-1. Leading 8-1 into the bottom of the seventh inning. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. The Braves know that big wins come from bold plays. That's why the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. Anytime you came here as an opposing player or even when you played here, how hard was it to get tickets on the pass list? Because I feel like there are probably more requests when you come to New York or people in the traveling party maybe than any other ballpark we go to. Giancarlo Stanton takes a ball low and outside. Boston, Chicago, L.A., they're all big too, but everybody wants to come here.
Absolutely. As we talked about before the game, I think this is the biggest stage in baseball. The enormity of the city just weighs on you.
Swing and a miss by Stanton, 1-1.
The fan base, the legends, and success this franchise has had, this just feels like a special place.
1-1 to Stanton. Outside, 2-1.
The other thing is, a lot of the Latino players on the teams have a lot of family in New York. It's such a big city, such a diverse city. That the pass list does get filled up real quick.
I bet it does. 2-1, a swing and a miss. Our guys do such a great job. It's Jonathan and Mike are as good as they come. There's a 2-2 pitch on the way. That'll bounce up there. I was chatting with Jonathan Kerber before the game. You could tell it was a deep pass list, but you could also tell he's got it.
Yeah.
Had it figured out. They're the best. 3-2 on Giancarlo Stanton. Chavez brings it. Line drive up the middle and a base hit. Turned around the sinker. Bullet up the middle, and just the second base hit of the ball game for the Yankees.
Yeah, Stanton's one of those hitters that I wouldn't say is comfortable to face. Not because he does have some holes in his swing. You can get him out, but if he hits the ball, he's going to hit it hard. He's got a bunch of StatCast records for hitting balls 118, 120, stuff like that. And you're only 60 feet, 6 inches away from him. You think about the third base as the hot corner.
Came off the bat at 118.
There you go.
My Jones takes a ball.
So if he happens to hit one right at you, good luck. Remember, Gary Sheffield used to be like that at the beginning of my career as well.
1-0 fouled off. And, of course, Jesse knows all about taking a comebacker off of a body part. Happened for him in Detroit last year.
That's right.
Had that liner off the leg, and he was down for a long time.
Jesse doesn't have a lot of padding on those legs.
1-1, lifted towards foul ground into the seats down the first baseline.
It's funny, my dad, Ralph, actually told me that when I would face Gary Sheffield and Vladimir Guerrero Sr., he would worry about my safety, but no other hitters.
Just those two?
Just those two guys.
Well, the thing with Vlad would be you might throw an unhittable pitch, and he'd still make contact with it, because he would swing at everything.
Oh, yeah.
Jahmai Jones takes a called third strike and one down here in the inning. I mean, there was a time where he swung at a pitch that bounced in front of the plate, and he hit it.
He got a hit. Yeah, he knew where the ball was going. And so the only way I ever got him out is if I threw like a backup slider and it jammed him because he thought it was going to break. And so he would jam him and pop him up.
Yeah. 8-1 Braves, bottom of the seventh. DJ LeMahieu takes the ball outside. Braves overwhelmed the Yankees early. 3 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 more in the fourth. And the Braves haven't scored since then, but they certainly put some holes in their battleship early in this ball game. They've been sinking ever since. 1-0 pitch. Strike. Out on the outside corner. Good sinker.
We're talking about the full pass list here in New York. We get a lot of families coming to visit too. I saw Jesse before the game today. He's coming off the street sweating. He's like, I'm shopping with the family.
That'll miss outside. That'll make you sweat harder than pitching in Yankee Stadium.
That's right. And it's unseasonably warm here. So a lot of families want to come visit. This is, a great city. You can get in a lot of trouble here.
You can melt your credit card in this city. There's a called strike. I think a lot of us, by the time we get to St. Louis, our per diem will be long gone. No, mine will. 2 balls and 2 strikes on LeMahieu. 8-1 Braves, bottom of the 7th. Pitch from Jesse. That's low and inside. So a 3-2 count on DJ LeMahieu. Lead at first by Giancarlo Stanton. The Braves could turn 2. 3-2, send down the right field line, slicing foul. That becomes a souvenir. Big crowd on a Friday night, over 45,000 announced. They've been quiet much of the ball game. 3-2, grounder to second, backhanded by Ozzie, flip to Orlando, toss over to Matt, and there's a double play. That gets Jesse and the Braves right out of the inning. A 4-6-3 twin killer. And the Yankees denied at the bottom of the 7th. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Braves 8, Yankees 1.
The players work under a guaranteed contract to make sure the Braves secure the best talent for today and for the future. And if you work in construction, you can have a guaranteed contract too. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 613. As a member of the IBW, you secure your future, you get training, pay raises, and benefits guaranteed, because just like the players, we work under a contract. Learn more at IBEW613.org.
South College is a private college offering 100-plus programs and concentrations from certificate to doctoral. We have 5 campus locations in the Southeast region, including Atlanta, plus online and competency-based education, or CBE. Financial aid is available for those who qualify, and we're here with you every step of the way. South College is a proud education partner of the Atlanta Braves. For more information, visit southcollege@south.edu. South College, where dreams find direction.
Hey, don't strike out on your next roofing project. Braves fans, this is Joe Simpson. You need a new roof. It's time to call Matt's Exteriors. Matt's Exteriors is a GAF Master Elite Contractor, and they offer a 10-year workmanship warranty. Did I mention they are also a proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves? Matt's Exteriors also has a 15-plus year proven track record, and they have over 9,000 satisfied customers. To schedule your free estimate today, visit mattsexteriors.com. That's mattsexteriors.com.
Hey, it's Kevin McAlpin, and you can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball, only on The Fan.
Top of the 8th inning, 8-1 Braves here at Yankee Stadium. Alongside Darren O'Day and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick, Ben Ingram here with you. Hey, Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food security for families in need. And we'd like for you to show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate. You can go there and learn more about food distributions in your area. That's braves.com/homeplate. Marcell Ozuna is 0 for 4. If I had told you before the game that the Braves, come the 8th inning, would be sitting on 8 runs and 13 hits, your first question might have been, how many grand slams has Marcell Ozuna hit tonight? That'll miss outside. Typically, he's right in the mix of the storm for the Braves. But it's been everybody else this evening. Let's see if Marcell can join in on the party right here. 2 ground outs to shortstop and a couple of strikeouts for Ozuna. 1-0 from Gomez. Big hack of that and fouled it back. Gomez has been a big help for their bullpen tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, he saved the rest of the guys down there. the Yankees called him up today just for this scenario. If Rodon gets kicked out of the game early, he's got to come in and give him bulk to save the rest of the guys for the rest of the series.
1-1 pitch. Ozuna takes the ball low and outside.
And, it's not overwhelming stuff. It's 92-93 with a good sweeper and a little changeup, but he's got these Braves hitters off balance.
2-1 to Ozuna. No foul one back. Well, it's good and bad for Gomez, isn't it? Because when you get a guy like him, it's a weary bullpen, so they bring him up for length. He was a starter in AAA. Their starter tonight doesn't make it out of the fourth inning, so they bring him in. He soaks up a bunch of innings, and he's up to 55 pitches, and the results have been very good. So that's certainly good news for him right now. 2-2 is outside, but the bad news is he's going to throw a bunch of pitches. He'll be useless for the next few days, so they'll send him right back down to the minor leagues.
Yeah, that's the AAA shuttle. Silver lining is they'll remember this performance, that he's thrown well, and next time they need a starter, they might look his way.
Payoff pitch to Ozuna, fouled off. Up into the upper deck just to our right.
Carlos Rodon making a cool $29 million a year if started tonight's game. Gomez comes in making league minimum, shuts the offense down.
And again, the 3-2 pitch. Low and outside, and Marcell's aboard for the first time tonight. There's a leadoff walk here in the 8th inning. Braves have filled up the box score with base runners tonight. Braves have gone down in order one time in the entire ball game. Matt Olson is homered. Hit a 2-run homer just over the right field wall back in the 4th inning. One of 3 home runs the Braves have belted tonight. Olson takes a strike on the inside corner. If you're just now tuning in, it was 2-0 Braves, 2 pitches into the game, if you can believe it. Jared Kelenic, on the very first pitch of the ball game, looped a single into left field. And then Ozzy Albies came to the plate. A 1 pitch. Olson takes a strike. And on the first pitch that Ozzy saw, he hit a screamer over the left field wall, made it 2-0 Braves. And it was a Braves avalanche after that. Another home run by Riley in the first inning. A few innings later, a 2-run homer by Olson in the 4th. And the Braves scored 8 times in the first 4 innings of the ball game. 2 fouled off by Olson. Don't you just love nights like that, but especially to start up a series, start up a road trip? You're seeing the Yankees, the Cardinals, and the White Sox on this road trip.
This Braves offense got tuned up at the right time. Cardinals playing good baseball as well now. Got a tough road trip ahead of us.
2 to Olson. He swings and misses at a curveball for strike 3. 1 down here in the 8th inning. Yeah, going back a few weeks ago, I don't know that we'd have guessed that the Cardinals, by the time we got to St. Louis, would be in 2nd place. And they came into the action today a game ahead of the Pirates, who are in 3rd place. Cardinals in 2nd place. Cardinals 6.5 games back of the Brewers in the National League Central. Austin Riley climbing in. He's been on base 4 times in the game. And he strikes one way up into the air towards foul ground, drifting towards the railing, Ben Rice. And that'll land in the seats and take a big hop off the cement steps and carry him off into the rows back behind the bounce. 0-1 on Riley. Almost to the halfway point of the season. This is game number 73 of the year for the Braves. 89 left to be played. Here in about a week and a half, we'll be to the halfway point. 0-1, smacked high in the air towards deep center field. Judge drifting just shy of the warning track. Opens up the glove, and that ball disappears into his mitt. And for the first time tonight, they get Austin Riley out. And 2 down here in the 8th inning.
Aaron Judge, he just floats through the outfield. Doesn't look like he's moving very fast, but those long legs get him there in a hurry.
There aren't too many guys who come in at 6'7", 282 pounds that float anywhere. And he is definitely the exception to that rule. He is Certainly graceful for a guy that big. Sean Murphy takes the ball a little bit low. Did you face Judge very many times?
I did. Yeah, big power hitting right-handers. Those are the guys that I was tasked with getting out.
There's a 1-0 pitch on the way. It's in for a strike. Where did you like to live against him? Wherever you could?
I threw a lot of fastballs up and in, and then sliders away to him.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing I did to every righty, for being honest with each other, Ben. It wasn't all that complicated.
1-1 and a high fly ball to center. Aaron Judge over to his left. This ball parachutes all the way down into his glove, and he makes a two-handed catch out in right center field. So the Braves get the leadoff walk. That's it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Braves 8, Yankees 1.
In real estate, it's all about the amenities. I should know. I'm an agent. At Hyundai, all of our models offer first-class features, like Android Auto, an available Bose premium audio system, heated front and rear seats, and wireless device charging. It's like an upscale home on wheels in here. It's your journey. Own every mile.
Get a Tucson or Tucson Hybrid with 2.99% APR for 60 months, or lease a Tucson for $219 a month. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end July 1st. Call 813-867-0006 for complete offer details.
Live like a champion with Simply Sports CBD. Simply Sports CBD is the athlete's choice and trainer's #1 recommendation for a reason. It's NSF certified as the choice CBD of Olympic surfer Brisa Hennessy and proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Simply Sports CBD is trusted by the best for training, recovery, and performance. Whether it's the day-to-day grind or the thrill of competition, Simply Sports CBD helps you stay at the top of your game. Get the CBD athlete's trust. Live like a champion. Available at the Georgia Hemp Company.com.
Everyone loves winning the Progressive Jackpot by playing Quick Win. But what if you could also win $50 instantly just for playing Quick Win? That's right. Through the month of June, 2,000 people a week will instantly win $50 when they play. And it could be you. Just look for the prize alert on your Quick Win ticket and listen for this sound. You're a winner! That means you instantly won $50. Just for playing. It all ends June 30th, and it's only in stores. So hurry and play Quick Win from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly. Tickets for the Braves 2024 season are going fast. This season is jam-packed with great matchups. Get your tickets at Braves.com/tickets. We're streaming every game of the Braves 2024 season free on the 680 The Fan app. So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Bottom of the 8th. Braves lead 8-1 in a game that started hot and heavy with action from the first pitch. No runs scored since the 4th inning. These two bullpens have done a good job of shutting the opposing teams down. Next pitcher out for the Braves, Dylan Lee. 29-year-old left-hander, 6'3", 214. Been good for the Braves this year, 22 games with a 2.35 ERA, 30 innings with 31 strikeouts. He's facing 7, 8, 9 in the Yankees lineup, Trevino, Rice, and Cabrera.
And he's on for the Yanmar strikeout, the side inning. And I'll introduce you to our contestant after the first pitch to Jose Trevino. 8-1 Brave. They have just dominated the Yankees tonight. And a fly ball out towards right field. Ramon Laureano running into his left. Sets up shop about 15 feet inside the foul line. Makes the catch at one down. And the only ounce of bad news there is that Curtis Davis will not be a winner tonight. And the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. If Dylan Lee had struck out the side, then Curtis Davis would have been the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Yanmar, get more done and take less time. And if you'd like to enter for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV, visit Braves.com/Yanmar and sign up today. You need one of those Yanmar UTVs. All that gardening you're doing and everything.
I could use it, that's for sure.
There's Ben Rice. Gonna miss outside. You saying your tomatoes took a bad turn the other day?
They took a beating on the last road trip, Ben. It's a sad story, yeah. Tomato hornworms, these caterpillars turn into moths. They just love to eat tomato foliage.
And they got into yours. 1-0 pitch sent foul.
Yeah, well, we were gallivanting around the major leagues. They were gallivanting around my tomato bushes. And my wife does a good job of taking care of all the vegetables and stuff, but these little guys are perfectly camouflaged, really hard to find.
That's a shame. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Venom is low. didn't get into your melons, did they?
Melons are growing every day. They're looking good, Ben. Thanks for your concern.
Nice and plump. 2 balls and a strike on Ben Rice. Rice sends one foul. 2-2 on Rice. Rice is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Game 2 in this series tomorrow. It'll be a night game. We'll start 10 minutes later. Or at least we're supposed to start 10 minutes later tomorrow night. Out of this inside. This ball game was scheduled to start at 7:05 this evening. First pitch didn't come till 7:09. But ever since they said play ball, it's been all Braves. Tomorrow night, 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central. Charlie Morton, Marcus Stroman, a couple of righties. 3-2 pitch. Blew that by him. Good pitch. Able to zip a fastball by him. And it wasn't necessarily the velocity that got him. It was just a good location. Able to tie him up.
That was really nicely executed up and in. Heater. And actually, that was one of Dylan's better bullets. It said 95 on the telecast. So, feeling good about that one.
Brings Oswaldo Cabrera up to the plate. Cabrera goes low and missed all of it, 0-1. When all these hitters come up to the plate, of course, they show their picture up there on the video board. And I guess Oswaldo signed off on his, but he's actually blinking in the picture. He's up there smiling.
He's just chilling, dude.
And his eyes are completely closed. Drop ball fouled on the third baseline. He's not batting with his eyes closed, is what these fans would say. He's hitting .232. He's got 5 homers. Two from Dylan Lee. Got him. Able to go down with the slider. He strikes out Cabrera. Took a hop of the dirt, so Murphy picks it up, triggers to the inside of the bag. That secures the strikeout. And that ends the bottom of the 8th inning. So we head to the 9th. Braves 8, Yankees 1.
Spoiler alert. A 2-word warning that we're about to ruin the end. But sometimes, spoilers can be worthwhile. And so, we designed the Lexus NX to reveal many things. Like taking the mystery out of how close you are between parking space lines. Or the time you'll arrive at your dinner reservation. Technology designed to remove surprise endings. It's just a better story that way. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
You're not afraid to get dirty. You know there's strength in sweat, pride in a hard day's work, and power in a great team. We agree the best teams run like a well-oiled machine. That's why you need a Yanmar tractor on your roster. The tractor rated #1 in product quality by the EDA 5 years running. From digging and grading to tilling and mowing. Get more done. Take less time. Yanmar gets you to the game faster. See all their tractors online at yanmartractor.com. That's yanmartractor.com.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities throughout the Southeast for more than 50 years. If you're looking for skilled nursing, home health, or hospice care, count on our caregivers to provide the personalized plan your loved one needs. Learn more, visit PruittHealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Joe Ham here. The Braves give you excitement every game, and the boys in the locker room gives you infotainment every morning, Monday through Friday on 680 The Fan and 680 The Fan app.
Into the top of the 9th inning, it's an 8-1 lead for the Braves. And for Atlanta here in the 9th inning, it'll be another inning versus Gomez, and he's out there going to go the rest of the way. We mentioned the starter, Rodon, went 3 2/3 of an inning, his shortest start of the year. And then Gomez came on, just trying to give some bulk to these Yankees pitchers. Again, this is a bullpen that's been extremely worn down here lately. He saved him tonight. He's going to go the rest of the way. Those guys will be rested up for tomorrow night. And again, that'll be a couple of right-handers tomorrow. Charlie Morton going for the Braves tomorrow night, facing Marcus Stroman, a couple of veteran righties at 7:15 Eastern tomorrow night. Adam Duvall leads off. First pitch on the way to Adam. There's the ball inside.
If this Braves lineup gets off to a start tomorrow like they did tonight against Marcus Stroman, those Boo Birds are going to be out early. The Yankees have been outscored 25-6 in their last 17 innings. It's tough to watch as a fan.
Yeah, they're not used to that around here. Not this year. 1-0 hack and a miss by Duvall.
Especially if you're paying $2,500 for one of those seats down there.
Yeah, good point. 8-1 Braves in the ninth. 1-1 pitch. Right out of the outside corner. Arizona trying to hold on in Philadelphia. They lead 5-4 as that game's in the top of the ninth inning. So they can do the Braves a favor, and the Braves hold on here this evening. That lead will be down to 6 games in the East on the 21st of June. 1-2, and he got under it. Sky high, foul ground, third base side. LeMahieu is there, and he's going to run out of room. That landed in the first row, right behind the Braves dugout. Still 1-2 on Adam Duvall. Hitting 175. 6 home runs on the season. Wielding an all-black bat. Gripping it with gray batting gloves. Waiting on the 1-2 from Gomez. Here it comes. He lifts it towards foul ground to the other side. And this will find the seats back of the Yankee dugout. Rattling around, a couple of guys with Aaron Judge, number 99s on their back, who are scrambling for it. And 2 strikes on Adam Duvall. Mets beat the Cubs 11-1. Nationals leading the Rockies 9-1. That game's at the bottom of the 4th inning. Look at around our division. 1-2 low and inside.
Ben, I just realized that I was teammates with Yoendrys Gomez.
Were you really?
Yeah. In 21, he's 6'3", 212 now. I think I knew him when he was about 6'1", 175. He's gained. Yeah, he's grown into his body now.
2-2. Adam pops one up towards foul ground again. Fabinho comes back to give it a look. That'll land in the seats.
A lot of the young kids from the Latin American countries sign when they're 16, so they're still growing. And I honestly didn't recognize him. He's been out there so long, and I just now recognized that he was a teammate of mine.
So you knew him about 42 pounds ago, probably.
Yeah.
He's only 24. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Duvall. This will be Gomez's 75th pitch of the game. And he gets Adam to swing and miss at a sweeper. It's been his best pitch tonight, hasn't it?
Yeah, he's using it. Like I said, the stuff is not overwhelming, but he's putting it in good spots, keeping the hitters off balance, throwing a little cutter, a curveball, and a changeup. He's done a really nice job, and really I thought this was an opportunity to get in that Yankees bullpen and weaken them for the rest of the series, like you mentioned earlier. And he's done a good job of preventing that.
1 down for Ramon Laureano. He'll take a strike on the outside corner. Been a nice night for Ramon. 2 for 4, 2 doubles, and RBI. Braves have 13 base hits in the ball game. 1 low and outside. Oh, your station ID. We'll get to that in just a moment. And a nice, enjoyable ball game. Hopefully, a lot of you can just kick your feet up and just enjoy this one as the Braves have been able to run away and hide tonight. Never been a close ball game. Never really been threatened. 1-1, cracked down the left field line, a base hit. This will be another double for Laureano. That rolls into the corner, playing the carom is Jahmai Jones, and he'll send it in. 3 doubles in the ball game now for Ramon Laureano. So he's been an extra base hits machine. And as Aaron Boone walks out there, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Atlanta Braves radio network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station.
The Fan.
That double by Razor Ramon knocks Gomez out of the ball game. Aaron Boone makes the Georgia Hemp Company call to the bullpen, brought to you by Simply Sports CBD. How do you spell relief? CBD. Proud partner of your Atlanta Braves and athletes everywhere. Available at all 6 Georgia Hemp Company locations. We'll introduce you to Phil Bickford when we come back. We're in the top of the ninth, 8-1 Braves.
With us today, a developer from SeatGeek. Quick question. My son's wedding clashes with the baseball game. Do you have an innovation to make him reschedule the wedding?
No, but you can sell your tickets on SeatGeek.
Interesting. What about selling a wedding invitation? I'm joking. Maybe.
Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Buy and sell Atlanta Braves tickets on SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves.
Winning is what the Atlanta Braves do. In the past 25 years, they've won 15 division titles. And in 2021, they were the champions of it all. They know what it takes to win. And so do I. We've been fighting and winning for injured people for more than 25 years, earning our clients hundreds of millions of dollars. That's why if you're hurt and winning is your only option, get the strong arm.
Attorney John Foy and Associates.
Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Builders and developers, do you have a project that needs a cultural resources survey? Contact Wiregrass Archaeological Consultants at diggingintothe.past.com. That's diggingintothe.past.com.
So when you want the Braves on demand, just tap that 680 The Fan app.
So make sure you download it now and don't miss a pitch of the Braves this season.
Top of the ninth, Braves lead by a touchdown here in the Bronx. Score stands at 8-1. After an outstanding outing for Andres Gomez, 4 2/3, 3 walks, 3 hits, and 5 punch-outs. Phil Bickford is on for the Yankees. 28-year-old right-hander making his season debut, just called up from AAA today. He's pitched in the big leagues parts of 4 seasons: Milwaukee, Los Angeles, New York, Mets, and now the Yankees. Also looking a little bit sad that he's lost his wild hair, and known for his do and his crazy facial hair. Obviously, the Yankees have the mustache-only rule here.
I was about to say, if there's anybody who's been bitten hard by the no-hair rule for the Yankees, it's Phil Bickford. It's like he went into witness protection. It doesn't look like the same guy at all. And that one comes up and in and hits Arcia. Arcia seems to be all right. Staring out there at Bickford as he sheds the elbow guard and walks slowly down the first baseline. Well, that's not how you want to throw your first pitch in the big leagues this year. Look at his season debut. That looked like it got right on the forearm. Just out of the reach of the elbow guard. So he's in first, back to the top of the order to Kelnick. First pitch to Jarrett, in for a called strike. Well, we saw Bickford. He had long blonde hair down to the base of his neck. Lots of facial hair. Now he's completely cleaned up. I think he's about ready to report for military service. A 1 swung on missed.
Yeah, it's wasn't when I played here. I wasn't a huge fan of that rule. I mean, I don't mind shaving. It's just it takes 2 minutes of my day that I could do with very important things with.
0-2. That's tipped into the mid for strike 3, and he strikes out Jared Kelnick. Yeah, I would struggle with that. I hate to shave.
I do too.
And honestly, I could count on one hand how many times in the last 10 years I've had a completely shaven face. These guys got to do it every day.
Every day. And if you don't, Aaron Boone will find you. Say, hey, does your arm hurt? No, why? Well, I figure it must hurt if you can't lift your arm up to shave.
Ozzy takes a strike on the inside corner. Is this where you went mustache? I know you did in Baltimore.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, no mustache here.
That mustaches are allowed. Very professional.
A 1 low and inside.
And from what I understand, that goes all the way to the top. The Steinbrenner family. If they see a facial hair on TV, they will call Cashman, who will call down to the dugout, and it's not good for anybody. So that's why the rule is enforced.
1-1 pitch in the air out towards right center field. Judge comes along, makes a basket catch thigh high. And that's out number 3. So the Braves make a little bit more racket, pick up 1 more base hit, but no runs. They have 14 hits tonight, which is their 3rd highest hit total in a ball game this season. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Braves 8, Yankees 1.
Stop
by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off Super Paint products and Super Deck stains from June 14th through the 24th. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, proud car wash partner of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Jim Chastain here with ASW Distillery. Growing up in Athens, I've been a Braves fan my entire life, and I've got the pictures and Kool-Aid socks to prove it. Fiddler Chin Music Fastball Release is now available in your local stores and available to sample at all 3 ASW Distillery locations. This smooth, weeded release is finished in sweet toasted barrels, specifically selected to be right down the middle for the bourbon drinker in your life. Fiddler Chin Music is easy to spot in its Sunday Reds all over Braves country from ASW Distillery, a proud partner of the Braves.
At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
Hey Atlanta, B. Finn here. From first to home, we have all the bases covered. Inside the locker room, 6 to 10 a.m. on The Fan and the Fan app.
Move on to the bottom of the ninth. All Braves. Score stands at 8-1. Next pitcher on for the Braves after Dylan Lee is Grant Holmes. Him and his hair have become a sensation all the way across Braves Nation. 28-year-old right-hander making just his 3rd major league appearance. And I would imagine if you asked him on mid-February when he reported to spring training if he'd be pitching in Yankee Stadium facing Volpe, Soto, and Judge, he probably wouldn't have believed you.
No chance. He probably wouldn't have believed you last week.
Yeah. But here he is.
Grant Holmes is under the lights at Yankee Stadium. Got an 8-1 lead into the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's Anthony Volpe. Grant Holmes goes to work. First pitch lined into right center field, down for a base hit. Volpe's got a leadoff single here in the 9th inning. For the Yankees, just their 3rd knock of the night. Braves have gone Sale, Hernandez, Chavez, Lee, and Holmes. 3 more outs, Chris Sale will win his 130th Major League game. Carlos Rodon, the starter for the Yankees, couldn't get out of the 4th inning. Gave up 8 runs, 7 earned on 11 hits. Juan Soto takes a ball outside. Indris Gomez went 4 2/3 of an inning for the Yankees in relief. No runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. And then Phil Bickford faced 3 batters, had a strikeout. 1-0 to Soto, popped up, left field. Adam Duvall casually to his left, calling off Jared Kelnick, makes the catch 1 down. 1 down to the 9th for Aaron Judge. Grant Holmes with that long, brown, extremely curly hair all the way down past his shoulders.
You think that's all natural, or is that a perm? We got some help?
That's a good question. Like I said, when he was called up, I mean, he went to the top of the rankings and the hair power rankings in the clubhouse. Check swing, he went 0-1.
That's more hair than I've had in my entire life.
Yeah. Not just the length, it's how curly it is. Good look. Here's the 0-1 pitch. On the way to Aaron Judge. Broken bat roller to second. Ozzie pounces to second for 1. Orlando to first, and that is the ball game. And the Braves have come to Yankee Stadium and just stomped on the Yankees in Game 1 and take Game 1 by a final score of 8-1. 14 base hits in this ball game for Atlanta. 3 of them left the ballpark. Good pitching by Chris Sale in the bullpen. And the Braves have now won 4 straight. And they're 11 games over 500 as we're 73 games into the season. Final score, Braves 8, Yankees 1. Back with the totals after this.
Summer in the South means 3 things. Family